crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
Esquivoso. Oh, come on, Geeter. I'm going to give it to you. Here you go.
7:02 and 50 seconds. Good morning. Welcome to the Sedano Kap Morning Show on NFL Draft Day number 1 this Thursday, April 23rd, 2026.
Yeah.
Well, we are on the clock, and we are so thrilled to have Geeter McGee, Chris McGee from Spectrum Sportsnet sitting in for Sedano. Maybe Geeter. Is Geeter going to call me a sourpuss today?
Yeah, just so you know.
Yeah.
Sedano loves to get really aggressive.
Yeah.
Very aggressive with me.
Morales.
Yeah.
Oh, loves to get really super aggressive. Yesterday, he told him, he said, you don't know how to take any feedback. He started screaming at him, you know.
I'm not a first-time caller, first-time listener. I understand the dynamic, and I understand Sedano goes after Morales a little bit.
Now, for those of you that don't know the name Geeter, you know the face because you see him on Spectrum Sportsnet as you watch us if you're watching this morning. And if you're scoring at home, what are you doing listening to us? But on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, we get ready for the draft. Coach Sean McVey, head coach of your Los Angeles Rams, will join us around 7:15. But he's got a lot of stuff going on today. So time could shift as we get ready for night 1 of the NFL draft in Pittsburgh. Rams on the clock. They will pick 13. Or will they? That's what we're going to get into today. Lewis Riddick. And I know usually tease 2.5 hours ahead. But Lewis Riddick, your friend, ESPN NFL expert.
Right.
Lewis Riddick at 9:30. Michelle Smallman at some point. Fun and frivolity. And yes, producer Lindsay Baseball is live from Cleveland this morning. Where are the Browns picking in the first round?
8, I think.
What do you think they're going to do at 8, Lindsay?
Come on,
I
take
don't
another
care.
quarterback. Somebody take a
I
quarterback.
don't care.
Just take a quarterback, please.
Are you in a different studio? I just saw where's the plant?
Yes, this one's
The
different.
snake plant.
And everyone can see me in this one. Riz just came in here and asked why I'm in the dark.
You know who Riz is? Geeter. Riz is a legend at ESPN Cleveland.
So I went on his show yesterday and
I
he
did
asked
not
me
know
the same
that.
thing about the Browns. And I said, I don't care. 'Cause I
Okay.
don't.
By the way,
really
they could
mad
take
about it.
Tate, the Ohio State.
Really?
receiver.
No,
Look at
but
that.
he's not
They
gonna
need a
still be
playmaker.
there.
That's
You're
good
at
draft
6,
knowledge.
aren't you
That
at
is.
6? I think you're at 6.
You're right. It is 6. I would love
Come
for them
on,
to take
Lindsay.
him, but
Come on,
he won't still
baseball.
be
What
there.
is this, Tulsa? Come on now.
Come on,
He won't still be there.
baseball. Come on.
All right.
He'll be
Well-
there by then.
Love Eminem's front, by the way.
I know, great
I
song,
mean,
right?
just-
Gets me so
what a way
hyped.
to just jack you up.
Gets
in the
me
morning.
so freaking hyped every
Easy how you
single
say that
morning.
around Cappy.
Bam, 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 down, bam, bam, down, down.
Don't worry, we'll also squeeze in baseball and get on Bergie's Oregon this
Big
morning
time.
as the Dodgers. But the scene is set. Fernando Mendoza tonight will be taken number 1 by your Oakland Raiders of Los Angeles via Las Vegas.
Correct. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Bergie, excited for what your Raiders are
I
going to do
am.
tonight? Yeah.
I mean, I was talking about with Marcus on the Blue Review right before, or a little bit earlier, but why are they're going to take Fernando Mendoza? That's obvious. It's going to happen. Why are they going to take the full 10 minutes? Why can't they just walk up and say, okay, it started. All right, here you go, Fernando Mendoza.
Here's
Here it is.
why.
Congratulations. Great.
Because there was a tweet yesterday, why is our show open so long? We don't do the show open for all the fans. I mean, I love the fans, obviously. We do it for us. Kind of warms. It's like the walkout music. Why is there a 5-minute walkout for a wrestler? It's to pump everybody up. Because if we didn't have it open, if it just said, now, Sedano and Cap, it would be 3 minutes of us waking up on the air. Sedano would be like, good morning, everybody. I'm in a bad mood. I'm traveling, whatever. Cappy would just be doing his own thing. That's why we do the open, so we can get on set.
Yeah.
It's part of the pomp and circumstances,
It
Bergie.
is true, Berg.
But that's not getting you pumped up. Waiting for 10 minutes is getting you pumped
It's so
up.
They got to
greeny.
build the drama, let
you already
everyone
know,
talk.
though.
Right. It is
You
a
know who
TV
you're
show.
getting.
Yeah.
But the thing is like Chris is saying, we do the open for us. They are doing the 10 minutes for the TV show. They're doing it for the drama of the NFL. The Raiders already know what they're doing. I'm actually even surprised that they haven't negotiated a contract in advance of the draft.
They probably already have. They're just not putting it out there. But I just don't understand why you're going to go up there. It's for what is it? So the NFL is saying to the Raiders, "Hey, wait the 10 minutes.
It's
we
so
need to
can
really
see-
talk about."
We
the
could see
whole
them
bunch
pick
of
up the
things.
phone
Right,
from the
let's
war
loosen
room.
up, right.
Maybe will Brady be in the war room?
I would think so.
He's an owner.
Yeah, I would think
Okay.
so.
Bergie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were you this, and I'm not I'm not trying to be a jerk. Were you this excited about DeMarcus Russell? You know what I mean?
DeMarcus,
Like,
no.
Because I know these are different quarterbacks, but I'm just saying.
DeMarcus is a big
there's
boy.
all this hope right now, right? Like, there's hope.
So there's hope around Fernando Mendoza, but not really for Fernando Mendoza. It's about it's the entire experience around it. It's that they have a new head coach. It's that they have a front office that seemingly knows what they're doing. That they went in, they made a whole bunch of moves in the offseason for an offensive lineman that was really in Tyler Linderbaum, extremely important. They got a whole bunch of defense. They even got a wide receiver in Jalen Naylor. They're building.
Don't forget, they got an all-pro defensive end.
Yeah. In Max Crosby.
That's right.
He came right back.
Yes, he did not
but the idea is that the front office said, you know what? We're going to move Max Crosby because they want to. They're actually trying to do everything correctly.
I love Genty, but, man, he had no line last year.
None.
You have to.
Zero.
You have some playmakers there. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
So here's how it's going to go today. The draft is going to kick off. The Raiders will have the first overall pick, as pointed out. And then the draft, according to all the draft experts who have been talking about it nonstop, it really starts at pick number 2 with the Jets. Yeah. And what will they do? And will they go defensive end? Will they go pass rusher, defensive end? And then let's just say that they do, for argument's sake. Well, then the next part of it is, okay, what happens after that? Because Arizona would be on the clock. And there's a lot of talk about Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. And when you look at what Arizona has also done this past offseason, going out and getting another Rams assistant, LaFleur, to become their head coach, and the system that they want to run, and knowing what McVay has always wanted to do with running backs. And so will they go with Jeremiah Love? And if not, will Arizona even stay in that spot at 3? Here's what I hear all the ESPN and all the NFL Network, guys who are deeply embedded into the draft. I hear everybody saying this. It's not a great draft class, meaning the talent level is not like superstar status. But this is going to be the most interesting draft because everybody thinks that all hell is going to break loose and trades are going to be flying the entire first round. I don't know how it's going to go down, Geeter, but they're building the drama for me.
And when you look at the Rams, they have not used that first-round pick since 2017 when they drafted Verse. They have traded it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that strategy too, right? Like you're trying to get a win guy now, right? A win now guy, So there's that as well. It'll be interesting. And I always find it funny because you do this in the NBA as well. Like you think that top 10 is going to go a certain way, and you look at these mock drafts and you study these mock drafts, and then it's nothing like that. The one thing that when I'm following the NFL draft a little bit, the edge rushers. They think 6 or 7 edge rushers could go in the first round.
Come on, Lindsay.
6, 7.
Come on, Lindsay. Where are you, Lynn?
So
Sorry.
That'll be interesting to watch too.
Yeah, I'm interested tonight in the draft. There's a lot of other things going on. Obviously, the Kings play tonight. And if they win, my playoff beard or my attempt at a playoff beard will continue. If they lose, they're going to get pretty much knocked out.
If we don't feel like doing the 9 a.m. hour, we could just get Samponi in here. He'll talk for an hour straight.
Do you guys care about the mid rounds of the NFL draft? Because that's where it's actually you make your bones. So
Yeah,
that's where you win.
Yeah.
Listen, I understand the TV show part of the NFL, and Thursday night has become the commissioner walking out in prime time in the money. I miss the old days when I first got on sports radio, where Saturday was a 10-hour, 12-hour day. For us at Fox Sports Radio, Hacksaw would come in. We'd bring Hacksaw, and he'd bring in his briefcase at 4 p.m. after 7 hours of coverage. It was something special. And then Sunday was the second day, and that was the middle rounds. Now, Saturday is sort of that day where you just relax. You take it all in starting at 9 a.m., and that's really where the team is built. Yep. Friday is kind of like this weird, all right, we had big opening night. Now we got rounds 2 and 3, and it's important, but you're kind of fatigued from round 1. I miss it when it was all on the weekend, man.
Yeah.
It was special back in the day.
It was, and I'll tell you guys, I went to many NFL drafts when they were always in New York City. They used to have them first in Madison Square Garden, and there was a radio row that would be set up, and they would draft a guy, and then they'd bring him, and he'd walk, radio station to radio station doing it. One of my favorite NFL drafts that I ever covered was 2004. The first overall pick, the Chargers were on the clock, and the Chargers selected Eli Manning. And the Manning family had told the Spanos family, do not draft my kid. I do not want him to. You remember this?
Yes, of
right?
course.
Because you were probably a Charger fan back then. Yeah.
Before the divorce. Before the divorce.
Right. Oh, you
got started divorced. Rams, right? I told you this. It started Rams. Went to Chargers. Remember, the Rams left me when I was a kid as well.
So DeMarco's team that won the Super Bowl in 90, you didn't root for that team?
No.
Because they were the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah, they were St. Louis.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't against that team. Kurt Warner, that was a fun team. Marshall Falk. But, I was more of a diehard Charger fan at that point.
Diehard Chargers.
Yeah, well, at about 9 years old, I fell in love with Eric Coryell. Dan Fouts, J.J. Jefferson is my favorite player.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really
Winslow.
pissing off Bergie now.
I know.
Yeah,
but
no,
then
no.
I
This
know.
is going well,
Oh, yeah,
Geeter.
Bergie and I.
No, but Berg, this is going good. It's going really good.
yeah.
For me, it's perfect because Geeter was a lifelong Charger fan because the Rams moved. He got burned, right? So he became a Charger fan. And then what happened when the Rams moved home?
I jumped right back in. Right? Have a mutual, a good friend of mine, Josh Kroenke's part of the Kroenke family, Stan's son. Like, we all started going to games.
You know
with
Josh?
him. Yeah.
Oh,
Handsome,
boy.
handsome.
Cappy is going to be trying to get in there now.
Handsome devil, by the way.
You got 8 field passes for me?
But by the way, like, we started going to games in your back, and I felt for the city of San Diego. And 90% of my friends, you're a San Diego guy. That was a BS move. Mm-hmm. And you talk about messing with the city, and so it was hard to like them.
Yeah.
I actually tried. I went to the Dignity Health, the Home Depot Center, for the first ever game. They lost the same way they always do. They missed a field goal at the end. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Never coming back.
And now you're all in on the Rams.
All in on the Rams.
So that draft, by the way, 2004, I don't know if you guys remember. So Eli Manning was drafted number 1 overall. He told the Chargers not to pick him. I remember like being on the floor and Manning comes off and I've got like a microphone and like some kind. Remember back in the old days, like these micro disc recorder.
Yeah, the
devices?
micro disc. Yeah. Mini disc.
Right, mini disc. And I had one, and of course I was in a state of panic because before I left,
Shocking.
I was like,
yeah.
somebody teach me how to use this thing.
Bergie was a big DAT guy. He
Right.
loved
Oh,
DAT.
I loved using the DAT. I was a
were good.
master on the DAT.
Yeah?
Just like, switching back and forth. That was great. with
Bergie,
that
were
thing.
you an LA Raider guy? Is that where
Yeah,
the love
I was.
started?
I was.
Yeah.
When
Marcus Allen, you're a little kid.
Yeah, all that. So my dad was a Rams fan, and I wanted to be exact opposite of what my dad was a fan of.
I would, if my kids did that to me, they were born to hate the Celtics and the Clippers. Okay.
All right.
And they don't like your Raiders either.
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, so I chose the Raiders because I wanted. My dad and my brother were Rams fans, and I wanted to be different.
All right. So
What happened? Did you pull the cord out there?
Yeah, if it's a short cord.
Can you help
It's a
him?
very short. I did
Little
help
short
him.
cord over
it's
here.
a short cord.
Yeah,
we're
it's a
gonna
short cord.
We're gonna get you another set of headphones.
Yeah.
Well, we always thought you were a long cord guy, but apparently you're a short cord
cord,
guy.
huh?
No,
It
I
happens.
think he is a long cord
Off
guy.
the short game.
Yeah.
There's an extender in my office in my,
Oh,
my
well,
desk.
Hey,
She's got an extender in her office.
Just letting you know if
I'll
you
worry
Oh,
need
about
it.
that at 7:28. I can get there.
Listen, I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better. I almost said something. I couldn't ask for a better lob pass than that one to start the show.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help. That's all.
Geeter McGee is with us from
Whack,
Spectrum
whack.
Sports Net. You see Geeter every Lakers game. Now I got one thing, and Coach Sean McVey is going to join us in a second. The halftime that you guys do on the court, the little fake court you have at the set. Do you have to pretend you're shooting hoops? Can't you just be like
Are
sit
you
at the
talking
desk?
about when we're going to break and we do a little,
Yeah.
or
Wait,
I
what's
do a
the-
little drive-by? Is that what
Yeah.
we're talking about?
What's the issue? What's the problem?
And I'm worried that Worthy's going to like break a hip.
Oh, really?
We're not literally shooting. No, we sometimes come to people like that. And some
know.
people don't.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
not
America.
really-
Well, one person
This is
doesn't.
America.
One person is lodging a
They
complaint
hate
right
it
now.
and they love it.
Right.
You know that.
Absolutely right. You heard the bell there. In 15 minutes, you could have gone and seen our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, proud partner of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We will get back to Geeter on Spectrum Sportsnet. You see him for every Lakers game. He's filling in for Sedano today. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. But today is draft day number 1, and the Rams will pick at 13.
Or
and
will they?
Or will they? We are privileged to have the head coach of your Los Angeles Rams, Sean McVey, join us now on the show, Cappy.
Coach, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing really, really well. Coach Geeter McGee is in today for Sedano, as Morales just mentioned. And Geeter, have you ever talked to or met Coach McVey?
No, but I am a fan. How you doing, Coach? You're gorgeous.
I'm doing great. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you being on with us today. I did have a quick question for you to jump in before Cappy, because I know this is a huge day for you guys. But, I spent a lot of time with JJ and the Lakers, obviously hosting the shows. And JJ talked about you heading into this season after their tough loss to Minnesota in the first round last year. And he mentioned spending some time with you and wanted to learn more about leadership and accountability and how you run things. And I know you're busy, but have you had time to kind of keep track of the Lakers, maybe get to a game and see that they're up 2-0 with all those injuries and just what a great job he's done this year?
Absolutely. No, I haven't had a chance to get to a game, but I'm watching, I'm following them. JJ and I have kept in touch. We got a chance to spend some time. I've always had respect for him from afar, whether when he was playing at Duke or throughout his career and doing the podcast and then getting into coaching. But he is incredibly sharp. I got a chance to go to Duke UNC with Les Snead and Kara Snead a few weeks ago and took a picture of some of the cool stuff that he had been doing there. And we've kind of stayed in touch. So I'm really happy and fired up for those guys to be 2-0, and let's see if we can finish the series in advance.
Yeah.
Coach, it's also okay to say you hated him at Duke. We all did.
Yeah, you know what, though? He's a little older than me, so I was still in high school. I like kind of the villain that was just dropping people and crushing their hearts, so I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty amazing, though, Coach, right? I mean, they've got their two biggest superstars on the team, and I say it like that. I mean, they're still LeBron James. And those two guys go out, and now here they are with a 2-0 lead over Houston. It's been pretty impressive, don't you think?
It has, and guys have stepped up. The ball gets moved around. Obviously, Bron, does what one of the greatest ever to do it does and kind of just elevates everyone around him. But Kennard and Marcus Smart have done an awesome job. I've really enjoyed watching them do their thing, and they're playing good team ball on both ends.
Yeah, exactly right. Hey, Coach, you say you haven't had a chance to come down to a Laker game. If you did, you would walk around in front of Crypto.com and you would see all the statues. There's the new one of Pat Riley. There's the
Yep.
Kobe Bryant statue, which is amazing. Certainly something to be seen. Coach, I didn't realize this. We've never talked about this. Is it true that there is a statue of you at your alma mater, Miami of Ohio?
Facts.
Yeah, you know what? There is, but I am very humbled and flattered. I'm too young to have it, but it was a nice, you know what? It was a very humbling and flattering thing. Love Miami of Ohio, and it's also a good way to guilt me into giving them a bunch of money every year.
Coach, is it like a small statue like Allen Iverson's, or is it like a big statue?
It's, you know what? It's a great job. It's a big statue. What it is, it's in the cradle of coaches. And when we were fortunate enough to win a Super Bowl, Coach Harbaugh and I both have statues up there. My grandpa's in the cradle of coaches, and so it's a really it's a humbling and flattering deal. But when we were fortunate enough to win one, that kind of checked the criteria. And most importantly, now I can't say no when they ask me for some donations.
Yeah, the only reason I found out about it, I was doing a little bit of homework last night, and this popped up, and I was like, you know what? We've never heard about it. We've never talked about it. And some of the names that are part of Miami of Ohio's football program, I mean, Bo Schembechler and Paul Brown, Ara Parsegian, and now, Coach, you're in that same group. And so what an awesome statue it is of you.
It's really cool, and that's a special place. I was a third-generation player there. Part of the appeal was, I knew I wanted to get into the profession, and there's a lot of coaches. We've got two of my former teammates in college that are on our coaching staff, and Chris Shula and Joe Caniglio. So it's a special group. It's a special place. The people always make the place. My grandfather, Sean McVey Sr., played there. He was a center. And then my uncle, John McVey Jr., was an all-MAC safety. And then I brought down the standards of the family, but I was the third generation playing there.
How'd you wind up going from being like an all-state high school quarterback to being a receiver, returner guy when you got to Miami?
I was a triple option quarterback. I considered going to the academies. Rice was running the triple option. And so most of the bigger D1 offers that I had were as an athlete, whether as a DB or a receiver. And I ended up going there because just had a good vibe. They were 10th in the country when I committed there, coming off the MAC when Roethlisberger was the quarterback. Terry Hefner was the coach. And when I went on the visit, you just felt like there was a lot of people that were similar to you, had a good feel for the coaching staff. And obviously, Oxford, Ohio is a beautiful place, and it's a good place to get an education. So kind of checked a lot of boxes for us.
Right on. Right on.
Coach, I know you guys are thinking about the future in this upcoming season, but listen, you're coming off a great season. Obviously, there's that tough loss in the NFC Championship game when you get so close, and I know those are hard to let go. For you in the off season, how much time did it take for you to kind of recharge, find that gratefulness, like I know you always have, and get ready for a new season?
Not long because of you said it, the gratitude, and I think gratitude is perspective, discipline. I wanted 2 more weeks of work with that group because I knew how special it was. But the relationships that'll last a long time, the growth and development from, myself to our coaches to our players, it was really fun to watch that team come together. And every single year is a new year. But the only thing that heals is starting to work towards something that, includes mastery and mattering. And that's what this job has. And just working towards that. And we added 4 additions, lost some good players that, excited to see those guys go do their thing elsewhere. But We were able to re-sign some guys. Getting Cam Curl back was big, and then being able to add 4 people in Joe Cardona, Grant Stewart, and Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie was big for where we want to go. And in a lot of instances, that allowed us the freedom to be able to have some flexibility with what we do at 13 tonight. If we stay, move up, move back, and really throughout the draft.
Coach, you're making this very easy for us. Thank you very much, because honestly, that's where I was going to go. So if you were to go back to the end of the season and you were going to look at the roster and you were going to say, hey, this is where we need to make improvements, rather than me asking you what area that would be, I can see what you guys have done. And clearly in the secondary, that's a place where you guys thought you could use some extra help. So you go out and you get these 2 defensive backs, and Trent McDuffie's a big-time guy, obviously, and you guys gave him a big contract. So you guys have filled in the secondary where you obviously thought you needed some help. So as you look at the draft tonight, whether you do stay at 13 or not, as you look at the roster and what you've done in free agency, what are you still thinking that this roster needs?
Well, I think that's the best part is that, we do feel good about the depth. We feel good about a lot of guys that have played meaningful football in a variety of spots. And so that does give you flexibility to say, hey, let's take best available. Certainly there's always a premium on, some of the positions I've talked about, guys that make plays with the ball in their hands or guys that, are rushing the quarterback. But, you can't have enough depth on your secondary, on your offensive line. And so I think, what Les and his group have done a great job is identifying players and people that fit what we've become and where we're headed. And then, we don't control what happens in those previous 12 picks, but we do control making sure that we go through all of our contingency plans. And no matter how this thing shakes out, we feel like we're going to get a really good player at 13 that's going to make an impact for us. And that's a good thing to be able to have. And then like anything else, you hope you stay healthy, but we got to have this team come together. And this is the first week of the off-season program, and I love the vibe that we've got going right now.
Coach, you guys have hit so many home runs over the years in the mid-rounds when you think like Cooper and Puka and obviously Kyron Williams. Draft strategies are so much fun, especially for the fans. We were talking about it, as we were coming on air this morning. Over the next 3 days, when you guys look at this, and just as a coach, where do you come out on like a player that's already been productive in college versus like projection and potential, like filling a need versus best player on the board?
Sure. I think it's a combination of both, but what I think we've gotten pretty good at, or we've been fortunate to have a lot of reps at it, is what works for us. What's the makeup? I think the makeup of the human being and what they're about and how they've overcome adversity. Are they really resilient? Do they have some mental toughness, some things that they've gone through that have, forged them into the people that they are? Do they love football? You obviously have to have a prerequisite of certain skills, but there are some times where there's some great players and you say, let them go be great for somebody else because I don't know that it fits. So fit and vision are everything for us. How do they play alongside these guys? If you're adding somebody to the defense, what does it look like to play alongside, Verse, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Braden Fisk, Poona Ford? Those are the things you're always asking. If you go with somebody up front, how do they fit in with the guys that we have? And so, but the makeup has been a thing that I think we've really learned, and we really don't make a lot of sacrifices, and I think that's served us well. You bet on the human being, and that's where you look at a lot of our guys, and it's worked out favorably. And we've had some things that you learn from like anything else as well.
Coach, I'm going to come back to what you just mentioned related to adversity in just a minute. But before I do, I want to just ask what a lot of people would want to hear you talk about. So, look, Matthew is still playing top-level MVP caliber football, obviously. There's been talk about Jimmy Garoppolo. What's going to be his future? Will it be with the Rams? There's actually been a little bit out there that he might be considering retiring. So that would leave Stetson Bennett. So could you just talk to us about your thoughts on the quarterback position? Because obviously, Sean, people have talked about the Alabama quarterback, Ty Simpson, and apparently you guys like him, at least according to the reports. If you could, talk to us about the quarterback position as you see it and its potential for being something that we might see in the draft from you guys this weekend.
Yeah, number one, you mentioned it. Matthew's our guy, and shoot, he's like a fine wine, getting better with age, and he's earned the right to be able to decide when he's done. He sure feels present. He sure feels like he's enjoying it. He's only playing better and better. But you think about those things. That's where, having Jimmy the last couple years was valuable. We're certainly not going to close the door on that. It was really valuable last year when Matthew missed a lot of training camp with the back injury, and Jimmy was able to, step in there and do an excellent job. And And I thought Stetson Bennett made tremendous strides. Dave Ragone does such a great job with that group as a whole, but Stetson has shown up. He's continued to get better. Obviously, we'll leave the door open with Jimmy. And like anything else, we do our work on all of these positions. And whether you're saying it's a Mendoza, it's a Ty Simpson, it's a Nussmeier, it's Carson Beck, there's a lot of guys that are going to be good players in this draft. And if we feel like it fits for us, you consider it. But we are still hopeful and optimistic that, you give Jimmy his time, but that maybe he'll have a change of heart. But I think the best thing you can do, you never want to force somebody to do something if he's earned the right to be able to walk away on his terms, and it's been an amazing career. But if he still does want to play, we would love to have the opportunity to continue to work with him for a third year.
All right, Coach, we're going to get you out of here. Two quick things. First of all, the reason people love playing for you is the way you treat him, the way you put your arm around him. You've done that with Puka this offseason, and here's the thing. You just mentioned adversity. Would you tell us your philosophy on the 3 stages of life and adversity? You know what I'm talking about here?
The 3 stages of life, you'd have to help me out here. I know that adversity has been some of the best things that have ever happened to me.
Yeah, the storm, the 3 stages of the storm.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Chris Peterson, a very close friend, a mentor, a counselor, however you want to look at it. I'm really fortunate to have people like him in my life. We always talk about it all the time. The separator is how you handle the storms. And you're really in one of 3 things. You're either in it, you're getting ready to go back into it, or you're coming out of it. And how you handle those are the separators. And you show me anybody, I do think growth demands discomfort. And I think that gives you the appropriate perspective. That's why when we talked about gratitude, it's perspective, discipline. And it's not fake cheerfulness, but when you do go through it, all right, hey, what can I gain from this? What's the next right thing? But I look back on it, and some of the things that went well early on here, I became fragile, I became insecure, and I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for that 22 season. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to go through that stuff again, but those are the separators. Let's lean in when it gets hard. And doing things that are difficult and challenging, they make it worthwhile in the end, and that's where the real growth occurs. And I think there's a lot of, respect that can be built in the midst of building skills to be courageous, to be resilient, and those are the kinds of guys you want. And I love being around people like our players and coaches that inspire me to be better and to be mentally tough and resilient for them.
Yep. And by the way, Coach, I'll tell you this right now, Chris Peterson did the same thing for me. It was in 1992 when he was one of my college coaches and had a very similar impact in my life. Last thing, Geek.
By the way, Coach, I had to mention this because he told me to. Mutual friend of ours, Josh Kroenke. I'm in his fantasy football league, and he wanted you to know that I am in that league. He knows. He said you know.
I love it. I'm not giving any insider information to Josh. You wonder if he's had the right kinds of guys that are producing offensively. That's like insider trading.
Isn't that pretty normal in the world right now? No, I'm just
kidding. Yeah, no doubt, right?
Hey, Coach, great to talk to you, man. Thank you so much. Good luck today on draft day. Good luck this weekend. Appreciate you. We'll see you real soon.
Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys, too. Thanks for having me on.
Always. All right.
Head coach of your Los Angeles Rams. Oh, and now we've eased in, Geeter.
Now we've eased in.
Okay, so because earlier your leg was shaking in the corner. You were on one cheek.
I think he's nervous because he has a short leash.
By the way,
here,
3 times the leash came out of the.
It's not my fault. You got a small cord.
The small cord came out 3 times.
I thought a volleyball guy who went to USC you have a long cord.
Right? No. Sometimes you think big, tall guys.
By the way, real quick,
quack quack.
I went to the Harvard of the West.
Oh, I thought you went to USC.
Yeah,
my
baby.
daughter's going to USC.
Yeah, Northridge
to play volleyball. I went to the Harvard of the West, Cal State Northridge,
right
the
on.
Ridge.
Right. Hey, that was a really great interview with Sean.
Awesome.
What are you, Rome? Great to run down, Coach.
I'm going to give myself a
excellent.
Phenomenal.
All right, we're a little behind here. Let's catch up. Let's talk about our friends.
Phenomenal.
And on draft night, when you hear that chime go off, and you don't hear the Brothers Johnson, that's the rejoin song. But when you hear the chime go off, and it is NFL draft night. Much better chime, Jorge. Much better chime than that other chime we had before. You want a nice meal tonight? You want to feel like it's football season? Because football season begins tonight.
Right.
It never ends. You call our friends at Pizza Hut. And if you struggle with technology like Cappy, Pizza Hut makes it easy, right, Cap?
It sure does. Geeter, so here's the thing. I have a struggle with technology. It's true. I mean, I can turn my computer on, I can email, I can search the internet and stuff. But otherwise, ask me to go beyond that, I got a problem. So we call it Cap versus the app. And this is the Pizza Hut app. And if I can do it, you can do it. And believe me, I've been able to do it. I downloaded the Pizza Hut app. I signed in. It was no problem. So now all of a sudden, whether it's lunch, it's dinner, it's pizza night, it's all right now at your fingertips on the Pizza Hut app. And right now, you can grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $11.99, available for delivery or carryout. So if you're hungry, keep that Pizza Hut coming. The $11.99 large 3-topping pizza deal is a great deal. And the best part is this: when you're ordering Pizza Hut pizzas, you're earning rewards towards free Pizza Hut pizzas. So the more pizzas you order, the more pizzas you're going to get. And that is a huge win. So here's my challenge to all the guys out there that hear, download an app. Oh, my God, I'm scared. I don't know how to download an app. I don't know my password. I get it. Here's my challenge. Download the Pizza Hut app on iOS or Android. Try it for yourself. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. And it's all thanks to Pizza Hut. Get that Pizza Hut app today, sucker.
Yeah, sucker. 7:33 on NFL Draft Thursday as we get ready for the Rams at 13. Fernando Mendoza at number 1, most likely to the Raiders. I love draft night. I can't wait. We're going to keep breaking it down. We'll react to what Coach had to say. And Michelle Smallman will join us live from Pittsburgh, coming up at 7:45. Plus later in the show, Dr. Robert Clapper at 9 a.m. Lewis Riddick, draft expert from ESPN. We'll talk to us at 9:30. Cappy's boy. That's all ahead. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show with Geeter. Geeter's here. Right here. LA's only local sports morning show on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Lease a brand new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium CVT for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment, VIN TY492096. MSRP $39,545. $3688 due at signing. $299 a month plus tax? Check out Subaru of Glendale. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. 10,000 miles a year. Motor code TDD-13. Subaru Motors Finance lease rates extended to well-qualified buyers with above average credit. Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers may qualify.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Buenos dias.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. You got to count on Jacob for every type of accident, man. You count on Jacob after a motorcycle hit. You count on Jacob after a truck wreck. Call him at 800-345-6789.
Call Jacob. Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I am grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
I'm
with you, Cappy. Just boom, bada, beep, bop.
Yeah,
let's go.
Spend the whole hour beeping and bopping and booting.
Back to Sedano and Kap.
7:36 on a Thursday, NFL Draft Day in the Southland and across America. Thanks to head coach Sean McVey, who joins us. Michelle Smallman live from Pittsburgh in less than 10 minutes. Cappy, you go like this one. On this day in 1980, the number one dance track, the Brothers Johnson. Stomp.
You mean stomp?
No, I thought you would like the
Brothers Johnson.
The Brothers Johnson.
Brothers Johnson. Listen, that was you and me last night walking around this entire town.
Esquivoso.
We put in about 5-6 miles last night. The Brothers Johnson just walking around this thing.
Were you strutting?
Yeah, big time. When we went up the Angels flight, I was like, all right, you know what? We do. We got a vibe of the Brothers Johnson. Yes, we do.
Brothers Johnson.
Yes, we do.
Chris McGee, Geeter from Spectrum Sportsnet, sitting in for Sean.
So, Geet, what'd you think about Sean McVey?
I thought he was awesome. I mean, we had a couple panicky moments, and I didn't realize you could probably see it on the YouTube channel when the short cord went. But listen, Coach gets me jacked up whenever I listen to him, hear him with those. He's a gorgeous man. You two sound a lot alike. I was kind of hoping.
Really? Well, we play complimentary football here on the offensive side.
Here's the deal: you want to get that.
Yeah.
You want to have it ready.
I'm going to have it this football
because
season.
Because you're going to get one shot.
Yeah. This football season, I'm going to have it ready. You know, I'm almost there. Hey,
do your Gruden for him real quick.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. This McVey, from the same part of the country, man. From Dayton, okay, man. We're from Dayton, Ohio, okay, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
By the way, I listened to you guys the other day, and you had a little Caliendo in you.
Well, it's all.
And I'm
Caliendo.
wondering if that's what that comes from.
It's all Caliendo. Caliendo and I've been friends for 25 years, and the first time I ever met him, we were across the street here over at Crypto.com. It was Staples back then, and Billy Mack was hosting one of those like round table kinds of shows, like a Carl's Jr. round table kind of thing. And I was a guest, and Caliendo is sitting two seats over from me. And you guys remember the sports radio guy, Big Joe McDonald?
Of course.
Oh, Big Joe. Man, what an awesome guy.
Yeah. So you had like Billy Mack.
I mean, unless he wanted your job, then he wasn't an awesome
he was always
guy.
nice
Not so awesome in those situations.
Yeah, and Big Joe's sitting here.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. for sure.
And Caliendo's sitting right here, and I have no idea who Frank is. Frank doesn't know who I am. And he breaks out this Madden voice, and I lose my mind.
All time.
And then 25 years later, we're still tight.
Yeah, he is so good, by the way.
Yeah.
I love when he goes into football training, the rooms where, training camp, and he just absolutely nails the coaches.
Yeah, I know. He's awesome. He's great. So, hey, here's the thing about McVey, real quick. He said something kind of interesting. He almost sounded like they were kind of locked into 13.
That's what I took
Did
from
you think
it.
so?
I was just going to say, the one thing I picked up from him was that they're picking someone at 13. Now, doesn't mean that's happening.
Yeah,
but
he kind of said, we can't control what happens in front of us with the first 12 picks, but we can control what we do at 13. And when he said that, I thought, he's not saying, hey, we might move, we might stay, we might like this kind of a player, or we might want this sort of what's available. But he kind of made it seem like we're locked in at 13. At least that's the way I heard it.
Didn't bite on the Ty Simpson.
And the Ty Simpson thing was interesting because when I mentioned to him that Jimmy G, there's been some talk about retirement, he actually said something like, yeah, like before the question was even asked. So it sounded like, they're really talking about all of these things. If Jimmy G is going to retire, and I mean, they got to know this by now, I got to think, then that could impact what they're going to do. But I would find it so hard to believe that the Rams, who have a Super Bowl caliber roster, would want to draft a quarterback at 13.
No chance.
I can't see it.
No chance.
And the reason is, look, when you're this close to being a Super Bowl team, and here they lost that game in Seattle last year, and had they won that game, they would have annihilated the New England Patriots. And I know that there's no way to prove that other than to look at what Seattle did to the Patriots, right? Yeah. So, really, the Rams were the second best team in the NFL this past year. And they're this close. And what he talked about...
For 2 years, they've been that close.
Right, and what he talked about from the very beginning was, look what we did. We went out, we shored up our secondary. And he even mentioned we got a long snapper, we got an inside linebacker, but we really went out and got two secondary pieces. So the Rams roster today is set for the season.
Yeah.
They'll draft guys. Guys will make the team, but their roster as of today is set. So I'm starting to almost talk myself into, if your roster is this set and you start to think about the future, why not draft your quarterback of the future and let him learn from Stafford?
So, but if it's going to be Ty Simpson is, the guy is what, like 6 foot? And that's what he's measured at. He's actually probably like 5'10". And a lot of guys, quarterbacks aren't typically good quarterbacks. Drew Brees is an exception.
Russell
Wilson. There's exceptions to that rule, but he's also, why would you go for a guy that's not the same typical quarterback as like a Matthew Stafford?
Like pro style. Why wouldn't you get a pro style?
Right. Also, I think they do believe in Stetson Bennett. He's like that perfect 3. So why not bring in a vet? And I think Jimmy G would actually be that kind of a guy that he knows the system because of McVay. There's a connection. He's a pro. Guys believe in him. Stafford misses 2 games. He's going 1-1 for you, possibly 2-0. That's all you need from your backup.
You really know how to use a mic. Like, I can hear how fully, like DeMarco Farr does our afternoon show. By the way, I'm going to ask Michelle Smallman, who joins us in a few moments, about if she knew about his name, Baby Whale, his nickname, Baby Whale. But you really get on that mic, and you sound very full. Because DeMarco is like back here.
DeMarco's back here.
And we're always like, dude.
And we're like, DeMarco, it sounds hollow, man. We can barely hear you, bro.
Get in there.
You know? And then we're like, DeMarco, put that
might
thing
come
in your
from
mouth,
my beach volleyball days as an MC.
Yeah?
Because I always had the mic.
Yeah.
Always had to get right up there. But
you had to get right
big
up
whale.
on it, right?
Yeah.
Baby whale.
Baby whale. Big shot, big game. Those are great.
These are good nicknames,
man.
Yeah. Geeter's pretty good, too, though.
So, yeah, you got to stop doing the thing at halftime where you pretend to shoot hoops.
We're not pretending. So you're walking by the jib camera, Morales, and you're just doing a little shake and bake. You're showing a little wiggle. You're going behind the back. You're going, you know what I mean? We're not, the hoop's behind us.
Yeah, I know what a jib is.
We're in transition.
You know where I learned jib from? Vanner O'Wright.
Vanner O'Wright.
Yeah.
R.I.P.?
Still alive?
R.I.P.
Nobody knows.
I once
Vanner O'Wright.
R.I.P.
for sure.
I once.
Really? R.I.P. for sure.
No, I don't think he's.
You may
Hello,
you may have just knocked him off. I don't know.
Man,
God, I feel really bad if he's not R.I.P.
I used to.
No, he's 64 years old and living.
Great job.
Him and I used to do a
nice job.
Yeah.
By the way,
Day
all right.
one and you're killing people.
Yep, awesome job. Yeah.
All right.
HR.
Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that. Don't worry. We have R.I.P. to the palm over here.
Yeah.
Right next to Staples. Vanner and I used to do a lot of damage at that palm.
How many martinis did you have?
I just sniffed his keys a lot.
81 olives?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You sniffed his keys, huh?
Just like Ron the Caddy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Me and Morales, we walk around the city. Last night we did about 6 miles. We walked around the city. And Morales,
you guys really do that?
Oh, yeah. Morales was like, got wasted here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an alcoholic.
There. Yeah.
Luckily, I'm in
sobriety.
sobriety.
Every
but,
place. Yeah. Got
All
stories
right.
from everywhere.
Michelle Smallman's going to join us live from Pittsburgh in a few moments. But, Cappy, let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks.
Yeah, Prize Picks. So, look, right now you could pretty much play what you want, right? I mean, you could put baseball together with hockey together with basketball, and all you have to do is you take players from your favorite teams, your favorite sports, or maybe you don't even care about these guys, but you just think that you have a real opportunity to win. You just decide, will they have more strikeouts or less strikeouts? Will they hit a home run? Will they not hit a home run? You know, will they get on base a couple of times? You pick out the player projections. But here's what's exciting right now on Prize Picks, and this is why I want you to download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup and get $50 in lineups, and here's why. Because Prize Picks is the preferred partner of the NBA, and right now, it's the Do It Live promotion. We'll do it live. Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstakes. You pick live squares during the NBA playoffs, and you could win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. To enter, here's what you do. You make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Now, what are live player picks? For those of you that play, you may already know, but for those of you that are new, live player picks are picks made after the game is already in progress. All you have to do is make one $5 lineup in the entire playoffs, and you're eligible to win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA.
Thank you, Cappy. 7:45. Michelle Smallman joins us live from Pittsburgh, site of the NFL Draft on LA's only local sports morning show, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. That's in 2.5 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, Laker fans. It's time to team up with National University for an affordable, achievable bachelor's or master's degree. Choose 4 or 8 week courses and call timeout anytime you need. Free tutoring, career counseling, and more. Plus, NU has a generous transfer credit policy and offers year-round enrollment. Best of all, NU's Believe and Succeed Scholarship awards up to $6,000 annually toward an industry-current bachelor's or master's degree. Apply by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip commissions and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty DRE number 019-15-21-2.
This is going to be litty.
It is going to be litty. 7:47. ESPN LA is live today from the Rams block party at Hollywood Park in Inglewood. Day one of the draft. Catch Mason and Ireland and DeMarco and Travis. By the way, Mason and Sua. Breaking down what moves the Rams will make and how the draft shapes the season. Plus, hit the fanfare. Rides, games, and nonstop Rams vibes all day. Open to the public, benefiting the Rams Foundation. Join us for Draft Day, #1, the draft party, only with ESPN LA, your home of the Los Angeles Rams. We're back in 90 seconds.
In the playoffs, performance isn't just expected, it's engineered. At Lexus Santa Monica, we play at that same championship level. Whether it's the precision of the RX or the pure power of the LC, every vehicle is a masterpiece of performance. Visit our historic showroom, a Santa Monica landmark, and experience a lineup that's as legendary as the game itself. See Matt Unger and the team to elevate your drive. Lexus Santa Monica. In Santa Monica, on Santa Monica. Experience amazing.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck.
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck.
All game.
Shoot it. Come on, shoot.
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
You tied up in the Brooklyn basement, Jack? 7:49 in the morning.
Look at Geet go. He got moves.
On this day, Geeter, back in 1997, the #1 R&B song, Notorious B.I.G., Hypnotize.
You know, if I did that dance move that you just did, my daughters would see me and they'd be like, don't do that.
It's amazing.
Don't do that. And I'm like,
my daughters do the same
why?
thing.
I'm like, this is good. This is a
What are you
good
talking
move.
about? I can't do this. I can't break out a sprinkler anymore. Why not? Why not?
This is a good move.
Well, Cappy breaks out a sprinkler anytime he can.
Oh, really?
I mean, if you YouTube me doing the worm, that's what I used to do at the AVP events. That was my whole thing. I
That was your
wormed
bit?
the whole court before the finals.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Sand?
I did it up until about 37.
Did you do that shirtless or like?
No, I'd usually have a shirt on. Once
Oh.
in a while, really feeling myself, I did a little, you do a little Hulk Hogan and rip the shirt off and do it.
Right.
But yeah, I did it
Let
at
me
the
tell you
Beijing.
something,
The last
Gene.
time I did was Beijing Olympics because they had me do it about 30 straight nights.
Oy.
That was the people wanted me. So that was it. After 37 years old, I was like, I'm out.
Michelle Smallman will join us in just a moment, live from
wanna see
Pittsburgh
this.
for the NFL Draft. Tonight is NFL Draft Night #1. Fernando Mendoza will go #1 to the Raiders. The Rams, we just had head coach Sean McVey on earlier this hour. The Rams will, it sounds like, based on what McVey said to us, that they will pick at 13. So we'll see what they do tonight. Of course, you can watch all the coverage on ESPN, ABC, NFL Network. Now, live from Pittsburgh. She joins us every week at this time. They did the show live from the roof of an Italian restaurant in Pittsburgh. That would be like Cappy and I's dream. The great Michelle Smallman joins us now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get into Evan Cohen's outfit. But first, Michelle, DeMarco Farr, who does afternoons with us, the Rams Super Bowl champion. DeMarco,
my guy.
Yeah, you guys worked together in St. Louis. Now, did he have the nickname on social media back then, Baby Whale?
No, this is news to me. We always called him D-Far.
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 So now his thing on social media is Baby Whale. So I'm like, in the imaging now, I just say, hey, Baby Whale, Baby Whale. And he's kind of getting annoyed with me.
Why?
Because I'm like, dude, this is your IG handle. It's not my fault.
Right.
And he's like, oh, no, you can't call me. You didn't play with me, so you can't call me Baby Whale. And I'm like, okay.
He's
whatever, man.
that?
He's one of
upset.
those kinds of guys.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, you only get that right.
He's
if
really
Wow.
so. Michelle, you worked with him in St. Louis. Was he easy?
Yes.
Was he easy to work with in St. Louis? Because here he's like a prima donna.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, maybe that's the LA getting the best of him because DeMarco Farr in St. Louis was a dream. He's the absolute best.
Okay.
Yeah, we love DeFar. He was always, there with a smile on his face, always prepared, always had so much fun. But I never heard baby wail. This must be something new, or maybe it was something that his teammates called him that he never shared with us. I don't know.
Yeah, and doesn't like it if you weren't one of his teammates. So, Michelle, last week when you were on, we were talking about Pittsburgh and that. We were saying Yins are going to have to start saying Yins. So I'm just curious. Yep. Just give me some initial first opening thoughts on the city of Pittsburgh, where you guys are broadcasting from.
So we've been here less than 24 hours, but I already love it. I absolutely love Pittsburgh. I wasn't prepared for how beautiful the city is, the skyline, the bridges, the water. It's really, really beautiful from an aesthetic standpoint. Everyone's very nice. They are very excited for us to be here and for us to experience their city. We had Pat Narduzzi come on our show today, obviously head coach of Pitt football, and he told us about the Pittsburgh salads that have French fries on top, which I'm really excited about trying later because when I do my girl lunch order, my ideal girl lunch, it's a salad with a side of fries and an Arnold Palmer and a Sauvignon Blanc. So why wouldn't I just blend the two and put the fries on top? It's great.
All right.
Wow.
Hey, Coach Narduzzi, that's my alma mater. That's my football program. That's my coach, even though I've tried to get him fired for the last 5 years. Michelle, Geeter McGee.
Oh, well, we loved him. We loved him.
No, he's a very charming guy. Let me just introduce you to Geeter McGee, who's filling in for Sedano. And Geeter is the pre and half and post game host on Lakers basketball television broadcast. So he's filling in for Sedano today.
And I followed you on Instagram last night. I hope that's not weird.
No, not at all. Welcome to the party. It's a lot of vocab. I hope you're into words.
Yeah, I saw that. The vocab baddie of the day. Right. Baddie vocab.
Yes.
Right? Did I get that right? Yeah.
Right. And so, Geet, were you listening to Unsportsmanlike this morning on the way in?
Yeah, listen, we don't know each other, so I was like, do I come in with this question first? But, you were throwing down a meatball sub, and I looked at the clock, and it's probably 8:52 in the morning.
East Coast time.
In the beautiful city of Pittsburgh, East Coast time, because that's when I was driving in. How did that go down? How did it taste? It sounded legit. I think Evan was he passed out for the whole segment. He was just absolutely feasting on it.
Yes, this is a great first question. I love where our relationship is heading. It's heading in the right direction because you obviously put importance on the right things. So I am the type of girl that I'm going to eat at any time of the day. I don't care if it's 6 a.m., 6 p.m., whatever. I'm going to eat a meatball sub if it's presented to me. And this meatball sub was excellent. I don't know what it was about the sauce on this particular sub, but it was outstanding. But to your point, we all took a bite. We're trying it. We're enjoying it. Evan is the driver of the show, and he completely blacked out. He stopped speaking for a good 4.5 minutes because he was just absolutely going after this chicken parm. And I don't blame him. It looks really good. The edges on it looked really crispy, which I'm a fan of. But I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm going to have to withhold myself eating the rest of my meatball sub so I can carry the show. So if you actually were paying attention, you could see that I was like, okay, Cece, tell me more about yours. Let me drive over here because Evan totally tapping out so that he can house this.
She's not lying, Cappy. He literally was off the air for 4 minutes, and actually Michelle was like, "Where did you go?" And he was like, "I think I blacked out."
Yeah,
it was like Will Ferrell.
He
He's debating.
Totally blacked out.
It happens with Sedano a lot of times. He'll order room service at a hotel, and then the next thing you know, we won't hear from him for 5 good minutes. Michelle, where were you guys broadcasting from today? I'm curious.
We were at Siena Mercado. I don't know exactly what part of town this is, but it's a beautiful area. A lot of restaurants and shops. It's very walkable.
Yins were probably down
we were up on the roof.
Yins were probably down the south side, would be my guess.
Yes, probably. Yeah. I could ask someone here where we are.
Are the Pirates
town we're in?
Are the Pirates?
I got to think the Pirates are out of town.
They got to be.
No, but let me tell you something.
That's a great
The Pirates
stadium.
are not in town, but I'm staying here until Monday because the Cardinals are coming in town. My St. Louis Cardinals. I'm actually flying my dad in for the weekend, and because this is number 2 on a sports bucket list to go see a Pirates game at PNC. So I'll be in Pittsburgh for quite some time, and excited to go to that ballpark.
Well, by the way, that got me a little teary-eyed. That is
sweet, right?
Awesome and smart of you to do that. And I've been to that ballpark, and it is visually, it's
one of the most spectacular.
Hard to beat.
Yeah, it is. By the way, Michelle, I've got a bunch of restaurants. I'm going to text them to you while you're going to spend a bunch of time because I said, you know what, I haven't lived in Pittsburgh in 25, 30 years, but I go back probably once a year. But I said to a buddy of mine last night, I go, give Give me a list of your best restaurants because my friend Michelle is going to come on, and I want to give her the best places. So I already told you about Pamela's in the Strip District. Great place for breakfast.
Yep.
Famous place. Permani's. I've already seen Permani's show up on the set at ESPN, and everybody's talking about Permani's. But I've got a list of restaurants I'm going to send to you. So enjoy your time in a city that I know a lot of that Pittsburgh DNA lives inside of me. Michelle, I'm curious, just draft-wise, you're there, you're on the spot. This is going to be a very general question. Are you hearing anything? Like, is there any news or anything? Because it seems like everybody knows who the first pick is going to be, and then the draft will start at pick number 2. Is there any rumor out there that you guys are catching up to?
Okay, so we did get some hot goss last night, but it's a little vague hot goss. So if you want it, I'll give it to you.
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we were at this event last night that Pat McAfee threw, and obviously Pat is one of the biggest stars in the world, so you know all the heavy hitters are going to be there, okay? Head coaches in the NFL, legends in the college game, all the insiders, draft analysts, and I'm not going to name names, but we were talking to people, and the sentiment that we got was kind of buckle up, because this is a unique draft, and we don't really know where people are going to go, but it seems like we're going to get some movement, which is exciting. I don't know who or where or what, but I think the draft is really going to start to pop off on pick number 3. And whether the Cardinals select Jeremiah Love or a team trades up to get him, I think that's worth noting. And I'm very, very, very interested to see what happens with Ty Simpson because there's variance all over the board when it comes to him. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but the sentiment last night from people in the know was, watch out, we're going to have some movement and some excitement in round 1.
Yeah, I think you guys were talking about this earlier in the morning, Michelle. We just had Sean McVey on. You know, when the Rams were at 29 before the trade for McDuffie, that Ty Simpson was a guy that they were taking a look at. So everyone's very curious where he could go. Is he a first-round guy, or could he drop into the second round? And then what do you think the Rams do at 13? They have traded that pick every single year since 2017, but we just got the sense that they're going to use it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm gonna take that, and I'll give it to Evan Cohen, who is annoying me right now. I'm in the car with him. We're going back. As I'm talking to you guys, he's calling me, so it's beeping in, and it's cutting in and out with you guys. I'm going to put you on speaker so that we collectively tell Evan how annoying he is.
Okay. All right.
What's up, Evan?
Ev, how was that chicken parm?
Dude, you were into that parm today.
Oh, how could you not be? They give you chicken parm. First of all, free food. What am I going to do? Bergman, I hope you didn't see it.
Did you see... Cappy, did you see I took a picture of it.
Let me take a look.
Yeah.
The way he had a bib on, which I do appreciate, a black napkin bib.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy went to town on national television.
Took it to Pound Town, huh?
Oh, my God.
Really?
I mean, they usually say don't eat on TV, but by the way, I'm glad he did.
By the way, we eat on TV on this show.
You should go for it.
You don't do it on Spectrum Sports when you're doing the Lakers game.
Big no.
By the way, Evan Cohen Evan Cohen
So,
appreciates a handsome man.
Listen,
and if Evan was in studio with you, he would appreciate how tanned and beautiful you are, Geeter.
And I appreciate Evan because, Evan, it's Geeter. I was driving in today, and I was just telling Michelle, like, you guys made me hungry. It was 5:52 local time here, but you were absolutely feasting on that chicken parm, talking about the sauce, and I almost pulled over.
Yeah, that's the right way. And then we did our job. That's what we should do, right? I mean,
for 4 minutes.
Am I going to not eat it?
You have to.
Yeah, you got it. You got
to
put
right.
that down.
We've established that.
Yeah, we have.
She's mad at me, by the way, because she doesn't like that I screw with her during her interviews, and she's now annoyed with me.
Well, Sam
so that's
Pines,
be a problem
market owner or station owner, Sam Pines, sent me a picture of how Michelle was doing the interview, and you were standing in front of her, and she's like in the corner of the room on the phone, and I knew that you were going to get in there, and I appreciate it. I want to ask you one other question. I was going to ask Michelle, but I'm going to ask you. So you went blazer and then probably long sleeve polo, like dress polo shirt, if you will, a 3-button polo.
Not long sleeve.
Not long sleeve. No. Okay. I would say you should have gone long sleeve, but nevertheless, that's fine. You went short sleeve, which is an odd choice under a blazer, but okay. And you buttoned the top button.
I'm not a fan.
Well,
fan of
I
the top
didn't.
button.
Hold on.
No. When I turned it on in my hotel room, I saw top button.
No, I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
Listen to me. Very important. It was not buttoned. And then Rob Lorenzo, who does all of our social and digital, who's also here, came over to me and said, wait a second. Adam Schefter just texted me about his outfit tonight. I'm not kidding.
So you going to button his top button?
So wait, but Rob then came over to me and he's like, you should button the top button. And I was like, all right, then I'll button it.
By the way, we have it on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
The picture of you with the top button.
I just buttoned my top button. I don't like it. I don't like this look.
I think it's
It looks better though on camera. That's why I button a lot of times my golf polos, or else the collar looks loose and I'm a larger fellow, so then it makes me look just bigger. That's not great.
What about the lettuce that's popping out of your shirt?
Well, I got a lot of chest hair.
Yeah.
Does it depend on the situation? Like if he's emceeing, then you
Geeter,
do
are you a hairless guy or you got a lot of hair? Because Sedano's like a hairless boy.
No, I'm not hairless. I got a little hair.
Okay. All right.
He's like a prepubescent 12-year-old, is he?
He's a smooth kid. What's wrong with that?
He is indeed. Ev, listen, we've kind of gone in a little different direction here, but I'm just curious. I've got a lot of Pittsburgh inside of me. I'm wondering, how do you like Pittsburgh so far?
Oh, my God. I totally forgot you played at Pitt,
Right.
Cappy.
Yeah.
Do you know Cappy played in the NFL?
Well,
it's like one of the weirdest things ever.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
None, zero.
But you did.
Well, for like a cup of
I
coffee.
don't even understand it.
Yeah, no, it's hard to believe. It was a lifetime ago, but it's hard to believe. I know it is.
I can believe it.
You can?
Pittsburgh
Thanks.
seems great so far. Your head coach, Narduzzi, did join us, as Michelle mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty nice. Smalls is actually moving here, short-term rental for about a week. This is not a joke.
Right, no, right. She told us.
Now you guys need to hear this story because she's a great daughter. See, now I'm going to kiss her butt a little bit because she's mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a great daughter, and what she's doing, I don't know that many people would do. Here's Michelle Smallman with more.
No, they already know. I already told them.
Why are you not speaking into the phone?
Oh, yes, sorry. No, they already know. I told them I'm flying my dad out. It's an early Father's Day gift. I like to give experiential gifts. I've taken him to a Packers game. We do a lot of stuff like that together.
Amazing.
So I knew he really wanted to come. I was already here. Cardinals are coming in town. It was just a great confluence of events that I had to take advantage of.
Oh, that's awesome.
By the way, I'm a father of 2 daughters. I would love for you to get in touch with them and teach them on what they should do.
Right. I'm a father of
Yes,
3
I'm
daughters,
happy to.
and I would love for you to do the exact same thing with my 3 girls. You know,
they're young now, 18, 15, but I'm hoping they're going down that path.
See, I'm actually a little further ahead. I've got 24, 22,
Yeah.
and 19, and I would like for them to start thinking like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should get dad a gift at some point.
Why not?
Yeah.
By the way, I've been to Lambeau Field. Did you say you're taking your dad to a Packer game?
Or did?
I took him to one a couple years ago, and it was an awesome time. Yeah, we had a great time.
Now, your team is picking at 52. It's going to be a long night for you.
It's going to be a long night and into tomorrow.
No, it's not because we got Micah Parsons, so it's all good. I'm happy to not have a pick tonight.
That was crazy. It's their first time not picking in the first round since 1986.
The Packers
have
always had a draft, a first-round draft.
1986.
That's 40 years.
Long time.
Wow. That's if I did the math that fast, that quickly. I don't know.
Michelle wasn't even born yet.
No, not even close. Michelle?
I have one more question
yes.
for Evan. Is Evan nearby again?
Is this about
He's
his,
right
his
here, yes.
button?
So, did you see the picture he posted from the plane? So there was a big topic on Unsports
About
White.
Canty?
That Canty was going to fly first class.
Right.
Not that he's an NFL guy or whatever, but he's big.
Yeah.
But the picture Evan posted, I thought Canty was going to be in first class. And I tagged Sedano. I said, I thought Canty was going to be in Sedano class. They're like, oh, this is first class. That was the saddest first class seat I've ever seen.
Well, it looked like a small plane, Ev. What was the deal?
It was 100% first class. It was ridiculous that he was in there because, that was their first class because he couldn't fit. I was in row 17, second to last row, only to be bested, so to speak, by Rob Lorenzo, who was in row 18.
Oh.
Michelle was not on our flight. You may say, why? She fly private? No, that's not why. Because Michelle booked a flight incorrectly where she realized in show 2 days ago, why am I leaving for Pittsburgh at 10:30 for an airport that's an hour away and we're done at 10? Because, of course, she screwed that up.
Amazing.
I think what I did was I meant to book a 1:30 flight, and I think I just looked at 10:30 and thought it was 1:30. But thankfully, the good people at Disney got me correct.
Yeah. Listen, I applaud you guys for booking your own flights. Seriously. You've got access to, travel agency that deals with all of this, and yet you guys book your own stuff, and I could never do that.
It's about control, Cappy.
Yeah, I can't even. I have a hard time booking a flight right now as is, just on my own.
The great Michelle Smallman, the great Evan Cohen, you hear on Sports Mike before this show, weekdays, 3 to 7 a.m., our morning show. Guys, enjoy Pittsburgh. Be safe. Don't eat too much Italian food.
Yins are going to get down there and pan some irons in that, and you guys are going to have a great time in Pittsburgh. And Michelle, I'm going to send you all my restaurant suggestions for you and your dad.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks as always for having us. And
Don't give Cappy your number, though.
He already has it, and we're going to enjoy your city. We were going to enjoy your city.
You got to go to me on that. Have Cappy text me, and I'll text you.
Evan and Michelle, thank you so much. Okay,
later, guys.
Coming up at 8 o'clock hour at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. It is draft day. So you reloaded it, but you loaded it too hot. You loaded it too hot.
First is the fade. You can't win. You can't win, Jorge.
806 approaching 807. And now it's too low for the quack quack. See? You know, man, if I had Brian Cohen in here, things would be a lot smoother.
Bring him in, Brian. Wow. You want to come in tomorrow, Brian?
I'm just saying. Do we have a read here? No, we don't have a read.
No read.
When we return, we will hop on Bergie's Oregon as we talk Dodgers. Bergie, are they going to get swept by the Gigantes? I mean,
it's unfortunately possible.
Nope.
It's a midday game today in San Francisco. We'll talk about that.
Unfortunately possible.
LA's only local sports morning show. We return with Bergie's Oregon Dodgers talk in 4 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
LA's biggest pizza party is back. Pizza City Fest returns to LA Live April 25th and 26th. Bigger, bolder, and cheesier than ever. 40 of Southern California's top pizzerias. 2 epic days. 1 massive celebration of pizza. An all-inclusive ticket delivers unlimited pizza tastings, unlimited beverages, and unlimited desserts. All for just $99. Pizza City Fest at LA Live, across from Crypto.com Arena, April 25th and 26th. Tickets on sale now at LALive.com/Pizza City Fest.
It's Chris Morales for VisionWorks. And let's be honest, how many of us wasted our tax refunds on really dumb things in the past? This year, don't do it. Do what thousands of people in OC and LA are doing and invest wisely in your vision. VisionWorks accepts most vision insurance plans, and their professional staff will help everyone maximize their insurance benefits. And if you don't have insurance, don't worry. The experts at VisionWorks will find options that work within your price range. See the world clearly. It really is life-changing. Better vision, better value. VisionWorks just makes sense.
It's spring break season, and I can't wait to party. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
The Oasis Pool and Lazy River are open 7 days a week. Rent a cabana or daybed. Cannonball!
Number 2.
Fuel up on the lowest gas prices than anywhere else at our travel center.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Polaris Razor Pro R Ultimate. Earn entries now. Be here April 30th, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
I haven't decided if I'm going to coffee up or if it's time for me to whip.
No, don't do that, Cappy.
Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive.
Cappy, don't do the semantic stuff with me.
Well, back to the guys.
When you start making love, you make it hard.
Yeah, exactly right. 8:11. Good morning. Hey.
I be stroking.
On this day in 1993, the great Clarence Carter released the song "Stroke It."
Yeah.
Now I really stroked it. You know, I had 3 strokes, but we recovered. I know, Geeter. You know, I almost died, right?
You almost died.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, when I start making love,
I did know that. And it took me a little long because when he came back, I texted him how excited I was that he was back. And kind of told me probably should have hit me up a little earlier. When I was
You'll show me that you're
literally almost dead. Yeah.
Today is also, and this one's good for Cappy, and producer Lindsay Baseball is live from ESPN Cleveland. She'll chime in on this. Today for Cappy is nose-picking day.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know we're going to get to Bergey's Oregon in just a moment and talk Dodgers, Gigantes, but do you know the story, Geeter, McGee, live from, you see him on Spectrum Sports, that's sitting in for Sedano today. Do you know the story about when Cappy got caught on a company meeting on Teams picking his nose?
During COVID?
No.
Oh,
like a year ago.
Oh, a year ago.
Yeah,
just like a little.
No.
Digging.
No.
Digging
fully,
in there.
Fully in
Like
there.
Ann.
Didn't you eat it too, Cappy?
Yes,
Annie ate it.
Yes, he ate it. It was the pick and flick.
Bringing value from Cleveland.
So here's what happened, Geeter. We had a team meeting.
Yeah.
And it was on Teams, Google Teams, right?
Yeah.
And so I was driving at the time, and I took my phone like this, and I put it underneath my leg. Okay.
So they had an upwards.
So it's pointing up. It's pointing up. Now I had the camera
horrible
off.
idea.
I had the camera off. But something happened where I think my leg touched the camera icon on the phone.
So amazing.
Yeah.
And so now I'm driving down the road. I'm listening to the meeting.
Yeah.
And when I drive, I pick, you know?
Yeah, no, we all do. And it's okay to admit it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, at least somebody will admit it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm driving. I'm picking.
And I believe it was a Sam Pines meeting, right?
It was like a big meeting.
It was a big meeting.
It was a big meeting. All the big
Should have
bosses
seen
were there.
Deshae was looking at him like, oh, what are you
So
doing?
that's the great part. So Deshae was remote, too, so he was in the little box.
Yeah.
Sam Pines was full screen. So we couldn't see the boxes, but everybody could see Cappy. So we have an amazing shot. And I didn't prep Tim in the back, so that's my fault. Our YouTube not to put it up. But Deshae's making a face like, oh, my God. By the way, Deshae, one of our great sales managers, we call him the CB. Deshae the CB. And Cappy is just picking in there and then flicking. And Deshae's face is like in horror of like, Cappy, no, people are probably texting Cappy, stop, turn your camera off.
No. So what happened is so now I look down and I go, oh no, my camera's on. Oh my God, would people be seeing me picking my nose like this, right? Now, as Chris points out, there were a lot of people in the conference room, so they couldn't actually see the small boxes. They were actually paying attention to the presenter, Sam Pine.
They were actually listening to Sam.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other people who were remote like I was, they were able to see me. So now I'm like panicked that everybody, because, you know, like you've seen these stories. Like, do you guys remember the story about the guy from CNN that was on a Zoom call?
Yeah, he wasn't picking his nose.
He was doing a little something else,
he was
though.
Doing,
He was like Clarence Carter just saying about a second ago.
A little root pull.
Right. And so.
Quack, quack.
Oh, yeah, quack, quack for the kids. Yeah.
So I'm now I realize the camera's on. I'm picking my nose like a mother. Right. And so not just picking, Geeter.
Yeah.
Picking, flicking.
All right,
then,
we got it.
No, into the mouth.
No,
into the mouth.
No, I wasn't
into the mouth.
I was not eating.
No way
I was cleaning underneath my nail.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So anyway, now
from nose to cleaning your nail,
that's a little different.
Yeah.
That's a little.
The germs that are probably under your fingernails. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean all of it's disgusting. Well, of course.
Can we stop on this? Can we
So-
just get to the Berg's organ?
So
We will in a moment.
I just want to say this to finish it up. So I air myself out. I completely air myself out. God, I can't. I was picking my nose. The camera went off. I hope nobody saw me. And then
Deshae rats him out early. So he sees me in the hallway because this is when we're doing afternoons. So he sees me in the hallway in the morning. He goes, hey, your boy Cappy. I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, dude, he was going to town yesterday on that meeting. I go, what are you talking about? Because we couldn't see it. And he shows me a picture, and I'm like, oh, my God. So we bring Deshae in on the show for an amazing segment in which we call out Cappy. And then Cappy does give in and admits it. But we had video. Carlos Saisu, our great digital social media manager, he was able to go into the team's video because it's recorded.
That's what I was wondering.
And zoom in, and we get the video, and Cappy was caught.
Because props for getting a picture of it in the moment. That's good thinking also. But to then go backdoor.
Deep dive.
They took it. They slowed it down. It was in slow motion. His
like we do a little Access 360
mouth.
breakdown on our show. Like we could have Rob up there, James or Fish breaking it down. It'd be amazing.
Oh, I'd love that.
I got another question real quick, and then we're going to get to Bergie's Oregon. Would you normally, if you had the choice, would you wear Jordans every night with your suit, or would you wear dress shoes?
I have not worn dress shoes since COVID. I don't know what changed, but
Comfort,
I would wear, and I
everything.
never liked it because I don't know, it just didn't. My back,
sneakers.
I love the sneakers because I'm comfortable. To be honest with you, Morales, I wore Jordans every night.
I personally don't. When I've tried to do it with a suit, I don't like how it feels. I wear cowboy boots. I don't like dress shoes. So I haven't worn dress shoes in 5 years. I wear my cowboy boots with the suit. So
Have not worn a pair of
Which
dress
looks
shoes.
good, by the way. But
Have not worn dress shoes since COVID. And I was at a Christmas party that year, or maybe it was the following year, and everybody there was wearing dress shoes, and I was wearing sneakers. And all the guys were like, God, I wish I was wearing sneakers. And I'm like, I'll never wear dress shoes again. Never.
Now you see business guys wearing sneakers with their suits. It's just kind of,
It is the 8 o'clock hour. The 8 o'clock hour here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show every morning, made possible by our new partner, Angelica's Insurance. And now, Lindsay, we're going to pot you down because we're hearing some people talking behind you, so that threw me off there for a second, but that's okay. Angelica's Insurance, every team needs a strong defense, and Angelica's Insurance has got you covered from auto and home to business and life. They build a plan just for you. Even DUI and SR22 coverage to get you back on the road fast. Visit Angelicas-INS.com. Angelicas-INS.com for a free quote today. Now, let's hit the organ. Time to talk Dodgers, baby. The Dodgers, who are not playing well against the Gigantes up in the Bay Area. You can catch the Blue Review with Bergie and Marcus Grant.
So
No, I'm not done.
Yeah, I was.
Go
wondering.
ahead. I looked at Cappy.
There was a big old pause. I was like, okay,
Marcus
is that
Grant, who is apparently, DeMarco says he couldn't be riding in Nellyville, one of those Dungeons and Dragons fellows. So, Marcus Grant
is a Star Wars type of dude. Okay, and
it's admitted.
Yeah, no, he is, and it's funny because I think that the Queen Laura called him a Dungeons and Dragons dude.
Yeah,
and I'm like, but wait, DeMarco's a Dungeons and Dragons dude because DeMarco was the vice president. Important distinction. DeMarco was the vice president of the Dungeons and Dragons Club of his high school.
Baby Whale,
Correct.
yes.
Right.
Now, he
was the vice president
of the Dungeons and Dragons Club of his high school.
I didn't have that on my bingo card.
Can you imagine, like, big stud defensive lineman, state champion?
No, but I love it.
And he's in there with all the dorks? Yeah.
He was also in a band called ASP.
ASP.
Yeah.
ASP.
Mm-hmm. The Blue Review, weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Bergie and Marcus Grant talk Dodgers baseball first thing in your day. So, Bergie, are they going to be swept today when they play at noon?
So, no, I don't think so because 12:45, because Logan Webb is on the mound. That's the Giants' ace. But the Dodgers hit Logan Webb very, very well. So they have like a 300 batting average. They have an OPS that's around 900. They just hit him really well. Everybody on this team kind of gets to him. So I'm not too worried about this one. I feel like this is like a get-right game for them. Typically, when you come back from Coors Field, you tend to, and then you go to a park like Oracle Park up there, where it's a massive pitcher's park. It's a different game. It takes a little bit to actually change from the thin air and ease of Coors Field to a pitcher's park. It's tough. Yeah, there's a lot of things that go on there. But the offense has been struggling. It's not just these last two games. It's been 4 of the last 5. So,
and Bergie, also remember when the year started, even though they were 6-1, we were all saying they're not hitting great yet.
No.
They're just winning these games. Then they got hot, and that's just kind of the ebb and flow, right? And you look at the Colorado series into the Giants series. They're just not getting hits from anywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, one run in 2 games.
Yeah, 1 run in 2 games is terrible. And I think only 6 hits, so that's a massive problem. But also, it's April 23rd, so it's still quite early. But they are, if you're looking at just the stats of everything, they're at the top of all of them. They're leading the league in home runs, or maybe that might have dropped since they haven't hit one yesterday. But they're at the top 4 or 5 in most offensive statistical categories. So everything's going up.
Berg, do you think because of the last 2 years of winning the World Series that you just don't panic as much as a fan? You understand the ebb and flows of seasons. It's like OKC this year. They already won a championship. Right? So you're not pressing as much. When you haven't done it, I think that's when you have so much focus on the rate. We know the Dodgers are going to be there. They're built for it. They're the best team in baseball, and you're going to have moments like this where you go cold for a bit.
Yeah, it's exactly that. You know that they're going to be in that space, but also, when you're doing the Blue Review 5 days a week at 6 in the morning, you got to nitpick. And you got to find little things to talk about.
162 games, man.
Yeah, and so like people like Kyle Tucker, for example, he's a guy that is massively struggling. He's striking at a ton.
I've been picking at him for now, not my nose, but I've been picking at Kyle Tucker now for at least the last 2 weeks. And
you're not alone.
Yeah, what bothers me is that you give a guy $60 million and he's supposed to come in and be like another piece. And frankly, and I know it's early and it's early in his Dodger career, but he hasn't lived up to it both at the plate, and he did hit a bomb home run the other night in Colorado, but again, it's Colorado. And then I just haven't seen the range in right field yet. There's 2 plays over the last 2 weeks that I'm like, I just think a good, not a gold glove, not a platinum glove, not Hall of Fame, a good right fielder makes those plays.
Yeah, there's a couple. He's missing balls in front of him. He's not ranging to his right. There's a lot of things that are an issue. So it's not just the defense. Obviously, all the strikeouts. It's their non-competitive at bats too. He's swinging at pitches that are out of the zone. He's letting pitches in the zone go by. He doesn't look good. And also, when he does hit that home run, remember when we talked about Kyle Tucker before he was signed, Cappy? We talked about how there's some talk about whether he's not a great dugout guy, great clubhouse guy. And we're kind of seeing that right now. There was a game last week, I think it was against the Mets. I don't remember exactly who it was. He hit a home run, and Andy Pajes throws the sunflower seeds in his face. And he walked dead-eyed, straight forward, no emotion whatsoever, goes into the dugout, and he sits down. Like, he sits by himself. There's a lot of locker room things that
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
I don't know if maybe the players all love him. Just from my eyes and what I'm seeing, he doesn't seem to have a lot of emotion, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are trying to assimilate to this team, you kind of got to fit into the fun.
And what Sean McVey just said about, hey, listen, there are certain guys that are great players, and we're like, hey, you'd be a great player with somebody else because you may not fit into what we do. And the one thing about the Dodgers and Andrew Friedman is, and I think he does it better than everybody else, he finds the right chemistry mix of players. Yeah. Whether it's guys from Japan who like to clean the dugout afterwards, to American dudes, to Hispanic dudes, he kind of puts them all in a pot, and he makes it this dish that everybody gets along, and they do have great clubhouse guys. They do have great team chemistry, and it's easy to just say, hey, we'll take somebody who has good stats and we'll throw them in. But no, you got to have team chemistry. That's what McVay just talked about, and I wonder if Tucker is fitting in.
I think he's just feeling it right now. He's like really pressing, and I think he'll be better, but just right now he's on the struggle bus.
You got to look at it like this too. I don't know his personality, but he's coming into an organization that just won 2 World Series championships. He's getting paid a ton of money, so he's probably serious about his approach because he doesn't know how to fit in yet, and he hasn't had that Dodger moment. He kind of needs that walk-off hit, that home run that really gets the crowd going. He needs people to kind of love him, but it's going to take time for that, I think, because these guys they're already settled in, right? They know each other. They have great chemistry. So it's going to take time. He's pressing right now. That's why he's probably not enjoying sunflower seeds in his face.
I guess not. So another thing is that last night there was a full-on Joe Davis announcer jinx last night. It was the
we texted.
It was.
Oh, you texted with Joe?
No, I was texting with
Geeter.
Geeter.
Well, I didn't know what you meant because I'm not a big fan of Joe Davis.
We don't share each other's numbers, but yeah, Bergman and I were texting.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're texting.
Yeah, I'm on the show today.
So,
I was dialed in last night, texting Lindsay.
Why do you think you're on the show today?
Because you wanted me on the show.
Okay, so let's settle down.
Oh, wow. Let's just
don't be a sourpuss.
See how he does this? It's amazing. But no, last night, so Joe Davis, when Patrick Bailey of the Giants came up, he started talking about how Patrick Bailey is one of the worst hitters in all of Major League Baseball this year, and then immediately hits a 3-run home run to win the game.
Has not hit a home run yet this season.
No home runs. Yeah. He has like a 140 batting average. The guy has been just trash. And Joe Davis actually said it, and then he hits a home run because that's how announcers work.
Right.
Yeah. Bam! Take that, Joe Davis.
Now, by the way, Ohtani last night, Bergie.
Yeah.
Just give us a little something on, because he left the game and the Dodgers were very much in this game, scoreless and a bunch of strikeouts. And Ohtani looked great last night, and then he handed it to the bullpen, and that's how things got blown up.
Ohtani was fantastic last night on the mound. On the plate, not so much. But on the mound, he was fantastic. He was using all of his pitches. His sweeper got them completely fooled the entire night. And to get out of that 6th inning, he had a nasty pitch that just blew it right by guys. He's throwing 100 miles an hour with no effort whatsoever. His ERA is something like 0.38 or something like that. It's been incredible what he's doing on the plate. He's at the mound. He looks like he wants the Cy Young. And Dave Roberts, before the game, said that even though he hit DH last night, they're going to give him days off. He's not going to hit and pitch on the same day every single time. But he will do it at times, but not all the time.
Yeah, I saw a stat. I think Dave Roberts talked about it before the game. There's been 60 at-bats, I think, for him since he's been pitching and hitting for the Dodgers, and only 2 home runs and a handful of hits. Like, it hasn't been great. So there's not a conversation yet with Andrew Friedman and Ohtani, Dave Roberts said, but they're starting to flag it and talk about it.
They're data driven, right? Yeah. So when they see that he's not as productive at the plate when he's pitching, it is something to consider, especially when you got some guys on this team, some young guys that have some hot bats.
Andy Paul Hess's bat, not hot anymore. He's 3 for his last 19. And so, but Ohtani, I understand that all the numbers and what it looks like, but also on the biggest of stages, he had 10 strikeouts, 6 scoreless innings, and hit 3 home runs, and one of them went out of the ballpark.
That's true.
He can do it. It just, through a long season, it may not always be.
But Dalton Rushing has been so good so far this season that
that's been exciting.
If Ohtani's pitching and Dalton Rushing is your DH, that's not a problem.
But also, what Dave Roberts said last night made the most sense. I still feel good about writing Ohtani's name into the lineup. Whether he's hitting 217 while pitching or not, or only has 2 bombs, it's Ohtani, right? He's the MVP of the league. He's the greatest hitter of his generation.
That was good. He's, Geeter's been going to the great Bergman School of Content,
right?
Oh,
we were talking about
You like the Bergman School. You like the school. You're enjoying your classes there.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So if he gives you a pop quiz, don't let him pop it out.
Quack, quack. So
quack, quack.
Jorge.
All right, so last thing is that Blake Snell had he pitched in San Jose last night for the Ontario Buzzards. He went into the second inning. He did not get through the second inning. The goal was for him to pitch 3 innings last night. He threw 32 pitches. He gave up 2 runs. 1 was earned. Wasn't great, wasn't bad, but, for his first time out there, it's kind of what you expect for it. He's going to go at least 3 times, 3 rehab assignments, and it's probably going to be 4, and that will lead you right up to the end of May, where we were talking about when it's going to be. Yeah, this is his spring training, 100%.
Hey,
good job, Bergie.
You glossed over Jack Dreyer. Come on, man.
Jack Dreyer. So I know that he did give up. So his fastball was getting hit last night. Before those 2 hits back to back from Jack Dreyer, his fastball was hitters were 1 for 16 against his fastball.
Yeah,
and then the first 2 batters hit it, and then he gave up the.
He went 2 hanging sliders actually in a row.
He threw 5 sliders in a row, and the last 2 hung. And in a 1-2 count, you cannot hang a slider that's right in the middle of the plate.
Can't let it hang.
You can't do it, Morales. You can't let the slider hang.
Count. No.
Not on a 1-2 count.
That's
not
a golden rule. Don't let the slider hang.
Mm-mm. You have extra pitches, though. Like, put it out of the zone.
Yeah.
Right.
Firm it up and go.
Yeah, exactly
right. Yeah.
And also, you have Patrick Bailey, one of the worst hitters in the league. I'm moving right past him.
Right.
Throw a fastball right by him.
Didn't happen.
And as Joe told you, he has no home runs this season.
Right.
Oh, Joe Davis, he's so good.
All right, 12:45. Tyler Glasnow, Logan Webb. Let's see if the Dodgers can salvage a win.
And don't miss Bergie's reaction tomorrow morning with Marcus Grant, the Blue Review, presented by LAX, 6:30 a.m. on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Meanwhile, it's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Listen to Sedano and Kap and Mason in Ireland for your chance to win a 4-pack of GA tickets to watch our LA Kings take on the Avalanche in Game 4 at Cosm. It's playoff hockey. Bring the energy. Rep LA and experience every hit. Well, there's not really. Well, yeah, there's a hit. Every hit, goal, and big moment like never before. Cappy, what do you feel like doing in a few minutes when we return?
When we come back, so Geeter's here, and obviously everybody who's listening knows Geeter from the Spectrum pregame show and the postgame show and Lakers coverage, and we really haven't even gotten some early thoughts on the Lakers taking this 2-0 lead and what's going on.
That's a beautiful thing. We're an hour and a half in.
Let's jump into what the Lakers have got coming up for Game 3 Friday night in Houston.
Beautiful. We'll do that in 2.5 minutes. But first, let me tell you about my friends, Kevin Rivas and Bellflower's party pal, the one and only John Good at George Chevrolet, 7-time dealer of the year. You know what that means, Cappy? 7. Bam, 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 bam. I'm not done. Bam, bam. That's when you got 7 BAMs behind you, you know how to sell cars. You know how to take care of people. Whether you want a truck, maybe you need an EV, maybe you want a Suburban. Either way, George Chevrolet and his great team at George Chevrolet. I said George Chevrolet. John Good at George Chevrolet has got you covered. 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in the city of Bellflower. You go see John Good. He's going to take care of you. You see Kevin Rivas. You say, hey, sucker, I hear you're 7-time dealer of the year for a reason. Go to George Chevrolet. And if you're like Cappy, or maybe you're like Geeter, you got a midlife crisis, and you want a Corvette, zoom, zoom. George Chevrolet's got you taken care of. GeorgeChevy.com, 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in the city of Bellflower. Huge supporters of the community. Whether you're on the east side, you're on the west side, you're downtown, you're in the South Bay like Geeter, go see our friends at George Chevrolet. We'll talk Lakers in 2.5 minutes from right now on LA's only local sports morning show, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Los Angeles, if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Secure your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with big-time matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next season's action. Get your Rams season tickets today.
The roster.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Evan Cohen here. You know the feeling when a candidate just stands out. Not just their resume, but their energy. They're eager, engaged, and you know they want the role. That makes a difference. If you're hiring, you want a candidate who's passionate, but you can't get that insight from a resume unless you post your job on ZipRecruiter. Their matching technology finds qualified candidates fast, and ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, The Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Min. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out The Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh my, this is a banger. Don't get a chance to use that word very often, guys.
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
But it just sort of came out of my mouth. Banger is what it is.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
I mean, listen, it happens. 8:35. See, we're just laughing. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just sports, man. Don't take it so seriously. On this day, Cappy, in 1988, the number one hit, one of the greatest ever, Whitney Houston. Where do broken hearts go? Well, if you're Cappy, you'd have to spend like millions of dollars for them to go away.
That's exactly what happened.
Don't get divorced, Geeter.
Yeah, Geeter.
Don't do it.
I don't plan on that.
Well, you never plan on it.
No.
And then all of a sudden it just happens. You know?
We're 21 years in.
Really?
At this point.
Yeah. You kind of think you're locked in at this point. But I can remember a friend of mine a couple years back, this is probably 10 years ago, he said to me, hey, I got to tell you something. I said, go ahead. He goes, well, I think I'm going to get divorced. And I go, divorce?
Yeah.
I go, aren't you like 70? And he goes, yeah. And I go, why would you be getting divorced? He goes, because I'm 70. And I said, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
He goes, dude, I'm miserable, and I'm not going to spend the rest of my life miserable.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, got divorced.
You guys, at 21 years in, you still get down a lot?
Still get down.
Yeah.
Yeah. She carries me, by the way. So,
that's how you like it?
Wait. That was the wrong time to. That was the wrong time to say that, right?
I'm into the mommy thing too, so I'll put on like a little bib and get in a diaper.
Shout out to Jess McGee.
There you go.
Yeah,
she carries
Good
you.
kid. Good kid.
Yeah, she carries you.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Well, I was telling Cappy I got it.
She's a legend.
In a gift pack that Cappy and I got around the Super Bowl, there was a swing item in there. And I don't put it to use, so I told Cappy, I'll give it to you.
He said he's going to give it to me.
Maybe Geeter needs the swing. I mean, listen. We broke him. We got him. I was waiting. I was waiting.
You got it.
I warned him, but you finally got to him.
You know what? Hour and a half in, I feel good about
Not
that.
too bad.
You've been at a great job so far.
Yeah.
Thank you to Sean McVey, Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman that have joined us on draft day as we get ready for draft night tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Live from Pittsburgh on ESPN, on ABC, on NFL Network. Our very own Rich Eisen will be anchoring on NFL Network. You can hear his show coming up at 9 o'clock terrestrially on 710 and on the app. We will continue on YouTube and the app. And the great Lewis Riddick will join us at 9:30. Dr. Robert Clapper's apparently got some fun and frivolity for us at 9 o'clock. And I don't know if he's ever been on the air with Geeter, so that'll be interesting. Geeter, you got like in a bum knee or anything?
Clapper came on our TV show in the early years, really early.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing a show with Coach Dave Miller.
Oh, boy, we don't want to. Don't bring up Dave Miller. Don't bring up Dave Miller to coach.
Morales really loves him.
He brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
What a scumbag.
Remember the Achilles?
Oh, he is?
He's a scumbag.
He's a bad guy?
Bad guy.
I don't know him to be a bad guy.
Geeter, you don't have to go on the record on this, but he's a bad guy.
I don't know him to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Dave's my friend.
Meanwhile,
Morales and Bergie love him
we
too.
are getting ready for Friday night, Game 3, Lakers-Rockets. The big question now, everyone's walking around going, so Chris, you think we're going to have a Game 5? I'm like, what? We were talking about the Lakers not even being able to win one.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking about the Lakers possibly sweeping the Rockets? Really?
I don't know, Geet. What do you think? I mean, I would say this. I thought that the Lakers in Game 1, I thought that was a must-win game. And I know that sounds mathematically ridiculous, okay? But everybody's healthy. When I say healthy, I mean, obviously your two stars are off to the side. But everybody else, LeBron and Luka Nard and Marcus Smart, everybody, they're healthy, number one. They're rested, number two. They've practiced, they've studied, they've game planned. I just felt like home crowd, Game 1. Even at this point, I didn't know Kevin Durant was going to be out in Game 1. This is the game the Lakers got to win. You got to get this series off to the right start. They took care of business. Game 2, here comes Kevin Durant back. But I was saying to Sedano, if the guy hurt his knee last Wednesday and the game is Tuesday, and you could see what he was wearing on his left knee, he's not going to be 100%. And listen, Durant went out in the first half and scored 20 points, but he only scored 3 in the second half. So if Marcus Smart is outscoring Kevin Durant,
we're in a good shape.
Yeah, the Lakers are going to win. So you tell us. I personally don't think we're looking at a sweep. I would think Houston comes back, and they're desperate. They're going to have to win Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take this a couple different ways. To get to the point about the sweep, Game 3, the minute that Game 2 was over, I'm on air. We go to a commercial. I check, and the Lakers are already 9.5-point dogs. So everyone is assuming the Lakers are going to get blown out in Game 3. Mike Trudeau, I thought, brought up a great point on our show yesterday about winning the first 5 minutes. Like, that first 5 is going to be nuts in Houston because they're coming out with every punch they have. Their crowd's going to be going crazy. To me, also coming out of halftime is going to be big tomorrow. I honestly feel this way. If the Lakers keep it close, they're a better crunch time team than the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets don't trust each other. They do not have great chemistry. Lakers can steal that game and win Game 3. And if that happens, what's on the table, what's on a bingo card, the Rockets could quit.
Oh,
now I don't think they're going to.
No, but nobody. If you're down 3-0, nobody wants to go back to get beat.
But this Laker team, if they can win Game 3, then the sweep is on. But I do think the Rockets are going to play a lot better in Game 3. I think they'll shoot the ball better. I think what's out there that hasn't happened yet is one of those role players going off, whether it's a Reed Shepard. I mean, Ime actually has to play him. Whether it's Eason, whether it's Jabari Smith, someone having a big game. Because right now, the stat that sticks out to me, through 2 games, they are a combined 39% from the field, the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
That is the second best opponent field goal percentage Lakers ever in the history of the playoffs. That's how their defense is playing right now. the Laker D. You got to give them credit for this team.
Can you go back to that one more time?
Yeah.
So Houston,
opponent field goal percentage. Houston is only 39% through the first 2 games. That's the second best for the Lakers that they've ever held an opponent.
Okay, gotcha.
Second best tied in history.
Okay.
Pretty amazing stat. So for me, like this Laker team, and listen, when you're in it, you're covering it every day. You're talking to fans. You're talking about it at work. The Laker defense, 23rd, 24th in the league for most of the year and just getting hammered nationally. But you're looking at this team from my point of view, and you're like, man, they're missing so many guys every single night. And then comes All-Star break, and everyone's available. And when I say everyone, I'm talking top 9 guys in the rotation, right? And that team started to change. So what narrative was already built was the Lakers are horrible defensively. And that's a lazy take if you're watching this team through March and April. Now all of a sudden they're 13th. Now you're top half the league. It's much better. But what we've seen through these 2 games, the Laker defense deserves a lot of credit. JJ Redick and the staff deserve a ton of credit. The way they change up, for Bergie, like the way they change it up is like a pitcher, right? They're change-ups, sliders. I'm throwing you hard inside. Now I'm going to paint the black. All that stuff, right? Like JJ's throwing different looks at them. We're zone. Now we're man. Now we're going to blitz KD in the second half. All those things, man, that's coaching.
Yeah.
Right? Like because of what he has personnel-wise and because you're missing your 2 top scorers, they have to win a certain way. And that means they got to muck the game up. I want it to be ugly. I want it to be, Rockets missing shots. Lakers miss shots too. Let it go up and down. But the Lakers control the game and keep it close because then they can win.
Yeah. I will say this. I'm so fascinated by the story of LeBron this season.
It's amazing.
Because I will tell you, and I will admit this to you, that in the early part of the season, I'm like, hey, look, this is it for LeBron. Let's stop, everybody kowtowing to LeBron, and let's start, understanding that this is going to be Luka's team. And that was my perspective early in the season. And LeBron was gone for a lot of the beginning part of the season, and
14 games, right, the first 14 games.
And then remember when after the All-Star break, when they began the beginning of March in this winning streak that they went on in March, LeBron missed 3 games. And I was saying, well, you know what? They might actually be better without him. Now it's hard to believe that any team could be better without a star of his magnitude, but they were playing a style and they were having fun and so on. And I just wasn't seeing that. Well, then LeBron comes back and the winning streak goes on. I think they got to 9 straight wins. And then they went, whatever the record was, 15-2, 16-2, something like that in the month of March. So things changed when LeBron had a chance to sit down for 3 games and watch what they were doing. He said it. I didn't have to say it. He said it. I watched how they were playing. I thought to myself, how could I add more value to what we're doing? He came back, and the rest of the month obviously went crazy until what happened in Oklahoma City. Now, after all of that, as LeBron is now your 3, and he's accepted that he has to be the 3 for the team to be really great, now the 2 stars get hurt. And when they get hurt, now it's like, hey, LeBron, we need you to come back to being number 1. And instead of being like, I don't know, pouty in any way or like, no, I'm not doing that. You guys, you relegated me to 3. Yes, I will do that. No problem. Bring it to me. So think about the season that LeBron has had from being down and not in because of injury to the highs of the month of March and how he fit in and helped to now the lows of 2 top stars getting hurt and getting destroyed by Oklahoma City.
How about that full circle?
Yeah, and now he's back.
Yeah.
And not only is he back, as we keep celebrating LeBron, and rightly so, but the addition of Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart, these are 2 first-year Lakers, and Kennard didn't get here until the trade deadline. Think about what Rob Pelinka has pulled off when everybody was criticizing his roster construction.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you they're going to go win a championship, but what they've accomplished thus far, pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, listen, you nailed some great points. I'll start with Rob Pelinka and JJ and Kurt Rambis and what that staff was able to do. And people, listen, in baseball, you can do different things because there's no such thing as a salary cap, right? You can back end things, you can pay guys, you can do all kinds of stuff. With the Lakers, they were very limited what they could do this offseason, right? So letting a guy like Jordan Goodwin go, who's a good young player who I like in Phoenix, but doing the analytic work, as JJ mentioned, on a guy like Marcus Smart and saying, you know what, he's only played 20-something games in the last 2 years, been in hell out there in Memphis and then shipped him off to Washington. Is he still that guy? Can he still be a winning, impactful player? The answer is yes. We're going to have Marcus Smart instead. We're going to bring in that kind of character, that kind of attitude. DeAndre Ayton wasting away in Portland. We're going to get him on a really cheap deal, a former number 1 pick. Super important. Then we get the trade for Luke Kennard. We get a guy like Jake LaRavia. By the way, one of 17 guys that has played all 82 games. Are we going to break? Is that what that means?
We are, but there's
so here's the thing, Geeter. We don't go to break. We just take a
We just kind
timeout.
of take a timeout.
Right.
Yeah.
As Chris says, we cleanse the palate.
We cleanse the palate.
Yeah.
So we'll do more of that.
So a little shout out to what Rob and that staff were able to do in terms of putting together a good roster.
I know you got more to say about that.
Yeah.
We do, and we've got plenty of show left.
Yeah, we do.
Okay?
It's plenty of time.
Cappy, right now, if you could get out your kit, the Wellness Company, let's talk about them for a moment. While you get out your kit, why don't I say this? Figure out what I'm going to say here.
You don't have to say anything.
It's Kings playoff game day. Hey, the Kings host the Avalanche for Game 3 at Crypto.com Arena. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30, leading you right up to puck drop at 7 after the game. Keep it here for Kings Talk with Sam Batesh, Sam Boney, your spot to react and break it all down. Catch every moment of Kings playoff hockey on the ESPN LA app. Just tap the Kings play-by-play tile. We are your home of the LA Kings. Let's talk about the Wellness Company, Cappy.
So, Geeter, let me show this to you. This is called the Medical Emergency Kit. Have you ever seen one of these?
I have seen one of those.
You got probably just here on the show.
They're super important.
Yeah, right. So take a look at this. So inside the medical emergency kit, you get sick, you get an ear infection, you get a sinus infection, you need an antibiotic. What do you have to do? You can call your doctor. You got to go to the pharmacy.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, Cappy.
No, look inside here.
Yeah, there it is.
Every prescription that you would need, you have a pharmacy inside your own home.
Look at that.
Okay. Now, if you get sick and you've got something and you're like, hey, I need a Z-Pack, you can call the doctor. You can do a telehealth call, telemedicine call. You got to go stand in line at the pharmacy. You got to pay copays. Not when you've got.
Is there another option?
Yeah, this is it. The medical emergency kit. Now, here's what I want to tell you. Now, you have a sinus infection. You're like, I can't breathe. What do I do? You come into this right here. This is the guidebook.
You got a sinus infection because you've been out with Banter all right all night.
Oh, wow. Wow. Back in the day.
He's, by the way, a caddy in Wisconsin now.
Yes, apparently so.
Yeah.
So now you go into the guidebook, and the guidebook actually tells you, oh, this is your symptom. Take this particular medication. So if, whether it's like amoxicillin, for example, or a generic Z-Pack, and I'll just tell you this, every home, yours included, Geeter, should have a medical emergency kit so you can start getting better right away. But here's the other thing. With your daughter going off to college, every kid in a dorm should have a medical emergency kit because when your kid gets sick and they call home and they go, I'm sick, help me, Mom, help me, Dad. You're like, go to your medical emergency kit. That's why we gave it to you. So here's what we're going to do for you today. We're going to make sure that everybody gets one because every home needs one. It's urgentcarekit.com. urgentcarekit.com/710. urgentcarekit.com/710. Use our promo code 710. We're saving you $45. Every home needs one. Every kid who's in a college dorm needs one. You need your medical emergency kit. You go to urgentcarekit.com/710. Use the promo code 710, and you're saving $45.
Thank you so much, Cappy. 8:49 on NFL Draft Day. When we return in 2 minutes, we'll do some more Lakers. Then we got a tight window to get to the YouTube hour. But let me tell you this. It's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. And call 877-710-ESPN right now. Caller number 7 wins a 4-pack of GA tickets to watch our LA Kings battle the Avalanche in Game 4 at Cosm this Sunday at 1 p.m. Cheer on the Kings and feel that playoff intensity on Cosm's immersive shared reality displays. Visit Cosm.com for more info and tickets. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. And if you haven't experienced Cosm, there's a great chance to go for free, sucker. We'll return in 2 minutes on LA's only local sports morning show, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, LA, it's Bethel Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondrey Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondrey Toyota. Any trade you own outright is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondrey's and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 iForce 2.4-cylinder turbo 5-foot bed, double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Base 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like if I need a replacement part?
Sure, we can help with that.
Ah, nice. Hey, I just entered this online contest for coolest bike in the world. You think maybe you could vote for me?
Actually, we just do insurance, not popularity contests.
Yeah, I know. But what's your email? I'll just send you the link real quick. You can vote like 100 times a day. They'll never know.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
So what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, the Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Min. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out the Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:52 on a Thursday. NFL Draft Day in the Southway at Cappy. On this day in 2024, Beyonce's album, Cowboy Carter, reached #1 in the U.S. A lot of people didn't like Cowboy Carter. I like Beyonce singing a little country,
A lot of crossover now. Country music is not country music anymore.
You got Jelly
right?
Roll. You got Jelly Roll's doing some with Morgan Wallen.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, man. By the way, it is time for the Morning Wood. Thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-624. Or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. We got to take out Geeter with the crazy Hernandez brothers.
Oh, man. Hey, you want to go to a Dodger game?
Yes.
With the crazy Hernandez brothers? They got bomb seats.
Oh.
They've got access to the whole pregame festivities and, all the drinks and the great food and everything.
You had me at Hernandez brothers.
Oh, yeah. No, I realize that.
Stephen will show you their wood. It is amazing, their wood.
And then Carlos will take you to the bar. And
my uncle, the Italian Stallion, he just laid down some of their wood in the house. Oh, it's beautiful, man.
Beautiful wood.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. You know what else is beautiful, Cappy?
Tell me.
Somebody said, I posted some social media, and somebody said on my post, hey, great glasses. Where'd you get those? I said, sucker, you know where I got them.
Come on.
I got them at VisionWorks.
No doubt. Take a look at these. I never wore glasses.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I need some readers, and you guys were doing this the other day, and I thought about texting you and saying, do I go there?
Yeah, you do go there, and here's why. Because when you go to VisionWorks, if you need readers, the thing is that you're like, hey, I need to go get my vision checked out, right?
Yeah.
And the eye doctor is going to go, okay, you see that big line up there? Read those letters, and then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And they're checking your vision, obviously. But at the same time, as we get a little bit older, annual eye exams can catch early signs of glaucoma, diabetes, hypertension, things you don't want, things that could impact your vision.
I don't want that.
No. So that's why you got to go to VisionWorks, and you have to get your annual eye exam. And if it's readers like these right here that I'm wearing, they've got 3 layers. The top is for distance. The middle is for your computer. And then the bottom is like a reader. So for stuff up close. So all 3 levels. And then, by the way, when you go out into the sunshine, they turn into sunglasses. So you got to get to VisionWorks.
I need a pair of these. And by the way, Mike Trudell learned the other day on this show that he needs to go to VisionWorks.
Yeah, he's getting blind too. Yeah. Little guy. By the way, you could carry him very easily.
So, all right. So I've talked to you about annual eye exams, but you sir, what do you want to talk about here today?
They got the 100-day guarantee. Mm-hmm. So, Geeter, if you get those glasses at VisionWorks and you don't like them, you walk back in there, you throw them at them, and you say, "Scumbag, give me some new glasses, sucker."
You don't
not
really
usually
do that.
like me,
no,
but
you don't call
I'm trying
people
to get there, but
no, because they're really nice people at VisionWorks.
As Lindsay always talks about, the simple shopping, the simple scheduling, and if you got a tax return. And Geeter makes a lot of money, so he probably got a nice tax return. Don't waste your money.
I'd like to make more.
Don't waste your money on chicharrones or indoor swings. No. Take care of your eyes, Jack.
That's great advice.
Go see our friends at VisionWorks. They got the BOGO. 2 pairs, 1 easy decision. Buy one, get one free at VisionWorks. Okay,
Nice.
we approach the top of the hour. The Rich Eisen Show begins terrestrially on 7:10 a.m. and on the app. If you're listening to us on the app, stay right there. If you're on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, stay right there. Lewis Riddick's going to join us. Dr. Robert Clapper. We're going to continue to talk Lakers. NFL Draft as we get ready for the Rams at 13 tonight. The NFL Draft live in Pittsburgh. We got you coverage on LA's only local sports morning show and all day long. LA's mega sports station and the home of your Los Angeles Rams. ESPN LA, Jack.
Esquivoso.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
It's spring break season, and I can't wait to party. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
The Oasis Pool and Lazy River are open 7 days a week. Rent a cabana or daybed. Cannonball!
Number 2.
Fuel up on the lowest gas prices than anywhere else at our travel center.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Polaris Razor Pro R Ultimate. Earn entries now. Be here April 30th, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $11.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep the Pizza Hut coming with the $11.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1482. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Ready for an upgrade? Hey, it's Chris Morales. Spring into savings during Truck Month at George Chevrolet. Right now, you could lease a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LT for just $299 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. Power, capability, and the truck you've been waiting for at a payment that makes it easy to level up. Drive yours today at George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway, Lakewood exit in Bellflower, or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Calculated off MSRP on select models. Lease offer approved credit through GM Financial. Ends 5/2/2026. For full details, 866-949-4805.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Adam Schefter here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Hi, this is Sean McVey of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
First of all, welcome aboard to the two of you.
The two of us, Bernie. Bernie, you hear that? Lindsay and Sedano are welcoming us. They're welcoming us. It's nice.
It's okay. It's with open arms, right? Is it open arms? Or are you still kind of crossed arms?
With
arms
wide
open.
Yeah. I mean, Lindsay may be arms wide open. I'll be crossed armed, but you guys are welcome aboard anyway. I'm like, hey, we got these two guys. We found them at sea. Like, should we let them on? We don't have a lot of room, but do you think we should let them on?
Hey, I bought his beats, his golf beats, so that got me in.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Will you ever do it, Wendy? Will you ever do the Love Boat?
No, why would I ever want to get... I just want to enjoy that.
Don't you think you want to take a shot, though, at it?
No. Really? Sometimes you just enjoy what you don't want to push it. Don't push it.
Yeah, I'm a push-it guy.
He is a push-it guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That for sure.
Yeah.
If anybody's a push-it guy,
I mean,
it's
listen,
that guy right there.
I like to push it, you know? Sometimes I'll pull it. I will.
I know.
Because I'm a push and pull kind of guy.
I get it.
Right,
Listen, we don't do those kind of
different
jokes with Wendy.
situations call for different actions.
We don't do those bits with Wendy.
We don't?
No. Those bits are with miscreants, not Wendy.
Oh, so just you and me?
Yes.
Okay, we're the miscreants.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
Hey, that's better. Thank you.
God, you're such a sourpuss. I swear to God, you can't take any feedback. A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
Esquivoso.
Come on, Geet. Yeah.
9:02 and 30 seconds. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the YouTube hour, on YouTube and on the app on this April 23rd, 2026 NFL Draft Day. What will the Rams do tonight as the commissioner walks out in Pittsburgh to boos and screams at number 13? Well, we'll find out. But meanwhile, a tradition unlike any other. Cappy, do it. Do you want to put your mouth on the bullhorn?
You want to try it?
Legit.
You want to try it? You try Love Boat?
Oh, wow, you're doing it. Brian Windhorst will never do it. He likes to just watch. Windy watcher.
Like it's 1983 and you're watching it.
Not right.
Very well done.
Well done.
And that seemed like good throat action, too.
Gotta go. You gotta really come in from the.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah, I do.
Cappy Mania bullhorn.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to.
No, Cappy Mania.
Wendy doesn't like to.
No.
He doesn't want to use that.
You know what it is?
Wendy
with Wendy?
Wednesdays.
He's the kind of guy that likes to enjoy the watching of the Love Boat rather than the actual performance of the Love Boat.
Like we know, like John Ireland's a big watcher. Like he's a guy who he likes to watch it all happen.
He likes to.
Yeah.
Did you watch DTF? Like he's in the. He's in the.
Oh,
little,
he's
in the little closet, kind of checking things out. Is that?
Oh, Geeter.
Sorry.
No, don't say sorry. Don't ever say sorry.
Are we in the trust tree right now?
Yeah,
I thought
we're
we were
good.
in the tree.
This show is always a trust tree.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a sicko that likes to watch. He even says it.
Right. He admits it. He does. He tells you.
Johnny's on the course right now, isn't he?
Probably
so,
yeah, probably.
Oh no, he's got to go to.
Oh no,
Houston.
he's traveling.
He's traveling.
Yeah. Houston, hello. Tomorrow, Lakers Rockets Game 3. Of course, all the coverage. You'll hear Johnny I and Michael Thompson with your play-by-play on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN app. That's where you hear this man every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. The Weekend Warrior Show, presented by Cedars-Sinai. The great Dr. Robert Clapper joins us as he does each weekday, or not each weekday, each week, Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. See, I screwed up because I got so excited with Geeter on the bullhorn and Clapper on hold.
And Thursday mornings at 9 a.m.
Did I say 7 a.m.?
You did.
Man.
9 a.m.
Rough
I need another shot of espresso.
Yeah, come on, man.
Maybe I gotta go sniff Van Earl's keys again, like the old days.
This ain't Tulsa, Jack. Let's go, man.
Dr. Clapper, good morning.
Good morning. It's me.
Dr. Clapper, how are you?
Doing great, Scott. Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, you too. And we got Geeter in today.
What's up, Doc?
Oh, how are you? Wow.
Doc, neighbor. He's a little down the street there. You know, Manhattan Beach. You still got that spot, Doc? With the boards?
Yeah, you ever walk 10th and Highland? You'll see all the
exactly where it
sculptures
is.
I'm working on.
Yeah, I used to like looking at your surfboards outside, too.
Yeah, pretty good, actually. Old Dewey Weber's. I got a whole collection.
Fantastic.
You should get him down to the surf club, man.
Oh, yeah. Have you been in the surf club in Redondo Beach yet?
No,
Oh,
but
it's a great little spot.
surf. I like a point break,
Yeah,
so
I
I
know.
like to go to Ventura.
Yeah, you go to Ventura. A little colder up there. I'd like to go to Sano a little bit, too, if I want to get in some warmer water and ride my longboard.
yeah?
But I'm more of a
Really?
mid-length now, 8-oak type of guy, so I just go down to Marine. Crack it there.
Wow, 8-0. Look at you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well,
growing
you get
up.
to be my age, you'll be back on the longboard.
Hey, Doc, it's great to have you on this morning because there are some things that we'd like to get your opinion on. I'll do this. I'm going to keep it real local here first and foremost. Doc, I think we all looked at this Lakers-Rockets series, and everybody had the same opinion. Extend the series as long as you can so that maybe you get a shot with Austin Reeves or with Luka. And little did we know that the Lakers would be up 2-0 in this series.
Right.
So I think everybody's done the math. April 2nd is when they got hurt. And then everybody's looking at the date of Game 5 as an example. And it would be like 29 days from the date of the injury to, when Game 5 is. Doc, any thought at all on if one or the other or both still might be seen in this first round? Your opinion.
I'm more worried about Luka than I am about Reeves. When Reeves says to us he's pain-free, he'll come back, and I don't usually see a recurrence with an oblique. You heal, you feel good, you can play, but it'll be up to how he feels pain-wise. There's no MRI that will tell us it's a green light. It's going to be how he feels. But that injury, because the muscle is not as thick as in a hamstring, and there's two other obliques next to it, I see him more likely to come back sooner, Austin Reeves, that is. With Luka, you run the risk of having it tear in another place. You really got to be careful. And since LeBron is doing his best Magic Johnson imitation and getting everybody involved, there's really no urgency right now. But I see Reeves coming back maybe if we need someone else with the Rockets. I don't see Luka coming back with the Rockets, but when we play OKC.
Doc, if this series was to go to 6 games, it'll be Friday, and that's May 1st. That's about 30 days for Austin Reeves. Is that the timeline that you kind of had when you heard about this injury?
Yes, that's exactly right. And I really think he will be a big help, obviously, but I don't think he's going to run the risk of hurting himself again. And I think that's a total Geeter. That's a total realistic expectation.
Let me ask you this, though, about both of these guys, and start with Austin Reeves. If he's been dealing with this oblique injury since April 2nd, what can a person do right now when they've got that kind of an injury to stay in shape? In other words, if he came back and it were 30 days after the fact, is he walking onto the floor having not run up and down the floor, kept his cardio level up, et cetera, et cetera? Like, what can he be doing right now that keeps him in movement and in shape?
The two things that I find most helpful is the non-gravity treadmill and using pool exercises, any aquatic therapy, which makes you buoyant, you're weightless, the resistance on the muscle, and the X factor, because the water touches your skin, is called proprioception. These are phenomenal things that you can do in rehab to maintain your aerobic conditioning. Because you got to remember, when you tear your oblique, it even hurts to breathe because these muscles attach themselves to your rib cage. So it's not like you get to get away from it. It's there 24/7 because they hurt even when you breathe. But non-gravity treadmill, water exercises, wonderful, wonderful treatment.
Yeah. And then what about if you have a hamstring problem and you're still trying to get back, but obviously you can't really run? I mean, I'm watching Luka walk around at the facility. I'm watching him in the pregame. He's walking, and I can't see anything in his gait. But what could somebody do if they have a hamstring problem to keep their cardio up?
The problem with the hamstring is he's going to feel good. He's going to tell the coach, I'm ready. And it's sneaky. It's sneaky horrible because it'll come back out of nowhere, if you will. It's kind of like Kevin Durant having a calf strain, and then a month later, lo and behold, he tears his Achilles. It's not like you get a warning sign, and that's the biggest problem. He's going to feel good. He's going to beg the coach to play. But here's a case where You have to have cooler heads prevail for his own benefit, for our benefit, so it doesn't have another tear or a tear in another spot. Luka should absolutely wait till OKC.
Yeah, I think you nailed it right there, Doc, because I've been saying that on our shows in terms of like everyone hoping that Luka and AR can make a return in the first series, and they want to be there. Luka went to Europe. I mean, the guy wants to do everything he can to get on the court.
Right.
But he's the future of this franchise as well, and you have to be smart about it. I do want to stay with the NBA for a moment because Victor Wembanyama went down, hit his head really hard, concussion. I'm just curious, Doc, and this is actually from a father's point of view too, this question. I have daughters that play volleyball. The concussions have been a part of this sport, and when one of them is out with a concussion and it's happened, you're looking at 4 to 6 weeks. I was amazed that it's only a 2-day protocol. So can you take me through, like, what kind of, do we know what level of concussion that is? Does that vary, or is it just that's the NBA's protocol?
The NBA protocol should be exactly like the NFL protocol, and it should be exactly like the volleyball pro. There shouldn't be a difference. If you whack your head and you have mental status changes, and we all witnessed Victor trying to get up and he got dizzy, he was disoriented, so he has a concussion. That's all it is. You've got it. What do you do with it? I don't care what the sport is. There's a stepwise return that we have, and it's 6 steps. In order to return, and each of them take 24 hours to get through. So that's 6 24-hour periods of time, in my opinion, and in everyone else's opinion. The first step, light walking, and you better not have any symptoms of dizziness.
Mm-hmm.
Second step, light aerobic, like a stationary bike, for example, 10 to 15 minutes, no symptoms. And each of these things is 24 hours. Step 3, sports specific. He could start running on the court, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, no symptoms. Fourth step, non-contact training, passing, shooting, easy stuff. Then the fifth step is full contact practice. You can actually be there practicing and feel no symptoms. And the sixth is return to play. So I don't know how you get around this and say you're going to be back in 2 days when we all witnessed a full-on concussion.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking he should be out for the remainder of this series, or do the math, whatever the 6 days is.
Mm-hmm.
But for his own benefit, I think it's at least 6 days.
Well, they played on Tuesday, and they're going to play again tomorrow on Friday. They're the late game after the Lakers and the Rockets tomorrow night, the Spurs and the Trailblazers. It is hard to believe that a guy could have a concussion and come back a Sunday to a Sunday in an NFL game. So to think that a guy could come back from a Tuesday, we all saw how hard he hit his face and his head, from a Tuesday to a Friday seems hard to believe. But, Doc, here's a question that everybody seems to be asking, and maybe you can tell us about this. If the Spurs are flying today to Portland, what does a concussion mean in terms of, getting up to 35,000 feet on a flight? Is that dangerous, or is that like no big deal?
Dangerous is a big word.
Okay.
But it's not a good idea, is what it is.
Why is that?
Stop it.
Why?
You need to sit tight. You stay home and go through these 6 steps, which are universally accepted as what you need to come back.
But what's the impact of flying on a concussion? Anything?
Altitude. Altitude makes expansion. If you've ever hurt yourself, hurt your knee, sprained your ankle, get on a plane, it's going to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for it is the altitude. Take a balloon and put it in a vacuum. You don't have to touch the balloon. You take the atmospheric pressure away, and it's now going to expand. I mean, obviously the plane is pressurized, but the high altitude, these things make a big, big difference in terms of healing.
Yeah, I learned a little bit about it going through it in terms of, like, no alcohol, right? Like even little things like that. Not that he's drinking alcohol, but no alcohol. Like even looking at your phone, your tablet. Like they don't want you having it close up to your face, anywhere near you. So it is super interesting. And also, Doc, like you can also think you're feeling good and go back, and then all of a sudden you get into that arena with lights and noise and action, and it can be a delayed, from what I understand as well, where you're like, hey, I'm not ready for this.
It's really funny. Remember when the NFL films used to have that biggest hits, greatest hits? We love Steve Sabol.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the greatest guy ever, talking about the greatest hits. And they used to look at that guy. He got his bell rung. He had a concussion, and he's going to go back and play in the third quarter and not have any recollection of playing football that whole season. These things are just
wild.
We're not living in the past, thank God. We're better at taking care of athletes now than we ever were.
Yeah, this Wemby thing, it could change the entire playoffs.
100%.
Don't you think?
Yes.
Because how many people were talking about the Spurs and they're going, well, they're not one of these teams that went into the playoffs and then maybe they got to the conference finals and now maybe they're ready to make a championship run.
Immediate contender in everyone's eyes.
Right, because they have a guy that there is nobody like him in the NBA. And so now if he were to miss, let's just say hypothetically, he goes through the full 6 days, he's going to miss at least 2 games.
Yeah.
If you're Portland and you're going home, you got to take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah.
You got to win those games if he's not in, because when he's in, they're impossible to beat.
I have Portland getting a split in Portland, so you're possibly going back 2-2 to San Antonio for Game 5.
And that would be theoretically you don't, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't make it back.
Misses that whole series. It's interesting. I still think the Spurs can win, but then you go into that Denver or Minnesota, and I'm favoring one of those 2 teams.
But isn't it interesting how, Wembanyama this year, we all got to know him even better. And one of the things we learned about him is how much he actually cares and how much of a competitor he is. I mean, I really give this guy credit for changing the intensity of the NBA All-Star game.
And being okay saying it.
Yeah, right.
Like, I love that. That's called leadership, even at a young age.
So
putting yourself out there.
Right. So you got to think to yourself that just like Luka, who went to Spain to try and get some sort of a treatment that he can't get here, this kid's going to do everything humanly possible to get himself back. But he may do it because he's such a competitor.
Yeah, and he wants to win now.
Right, and he wants to get back now.
And I love guys that don't, Doc, believe in the timetable in terms of when I'm supposed to win. I don't have to wait till I'm 27 to win. I want to win now.
Absolutely.
Kobe won at 21 years old. Magic at 20.
Yeah. Well, Doc,
we used to call this the Mamba mentality.
Yes, sir.
Victor Wembanyama has the Mamba mentality. And when I saw that play, the first thing I thought of is, oh, my God, let's hope he didn't break his jaw. Because when he landed, that was the first. And if he breaks his jaw, then the playoffs, forget about it. He's not coming back for anything. But thank God it looks like they're not announcing that he did anything to his jaw, and it's just a concussion. But it's realistic to think in 6 days, in my opinion, he could be back.
All right, we're talking to Dr. Robert Clapper. How are you? Here on Sedano and Cap, and Geeter is in for Shidano. Hey, Doc, let's bring it back home now. So the Dodgers this week and Edwin Diaz. This is interesting because he'd missed some time, and there was talk about a reduction in velocity. There was an assumption, I think, by many that his knee, which he'd hurt years ago in the World Baseball Classic, was probably the reason why he was, lost some velocity. But now we find out that he has to have a surgery to remove loose bodies. Explain what are loose bodies and, shoulder, elbow, arm. Explain that to us.
Geeter, are you ready for a clap revision?
Yes, sir.
So I got two clap revisions for you. One is the pearl in an oyster. How does a pearl get made inside the shell of an oyster? There's a little bit of sand that irritates inside, and the oyster tries to reject it and builds layer after layer and ends up with this beautiful jewel known as a pearl. The clap revision is when you repetitively are rotating your elbow to throw 100 miles an hour, you can start to degenerate and flake off some of the surface of the cartilage in your elbow joint. Because remember, look at your elbow now. It not only flexes and extends, but palms up, palms down. It pronates and it supinates. Now go try to throw a fastball and put a spin on it for a curveball. You're wearing and little flecks, like little pieces of sand in the oyster, little flecks of the cartilage can break off. Well, what's really magical about our cartilage in our joints is it has no blood supply. Cartilage has no artery that goes to it to nourish it. Well, then what nourishes it? What keeps it alive? The motor oil, the synovial fluid that's in our joints nourishes the cartilage. It feeds it. So when you have that little grain of sand, that little fleck of cartilage that broke off that's now in your elbow joint, over time, guess what happens? It gets nourished by the synovial fluid and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So here's the other clap revision. If you want to keep a door from closing, you stick that rubber triangular wedge, a doorstop, and it blocks it from moving. Well, if you get 1 or 2 or 3 of these growing little rocks inside your elbow, you're going to have subtle changes of range of motion, and your velocity will go down, like in Edwin Diaz, from 97 miles an hour to 95 miles an hour. And Dave Roberts, who had loose bodies in his elbow taken out in his own career, could recognize, something's the matter with this guy. And here's the good news, Dodger fans. It's not a reconstruction. All you do is stick your arthroscope in, which is thinner than a pen, and another portal site for the tools. You remove these loose bodies, and you're good to go. So they're announcing he's going to be 3 months out. I'm telling you right now, breaking news on Sedano and Cap, he's going to be able to come back sooner than that.
Oh, let's go.
How about that? Yeah, I mean, I was wondering about how invasive that surgery is. You're saying it's a tiny little incision and that they're just pulling stuff out. That's not like, cutting him open and pulling all of his muscle fibers apart and everything. I mean, it sounds like it's a very simple procedure. Do I have that right?
I did this to the MMA fighter. It's not a HIPAA violation because he came on my radio show, Anderson Silva. And he won 3 championships after I arthroscoped his elbow and took out these rocks from his elbow. There's no real big rehab afterwards. You just get your range of motion going right away because you're removing the badness. There's nothing to protect.
All right, Dr. Clapper, bringing it strong today.
I learned, Doc, that I have loose bodies everywhere.
Yeah, you do.
That's kind of what I'm taking away from
Really?
this. Yeah.
I mean, I know when you were kind of going through the Clapper vision, you seemed like you were in pain.
Yeah, I have some elbow pain these days in both, and it bothers me when I surf. So when he was doing that, I'm like, man, I got real. But I've been told it's golfer's elbow, and then there's tennis up.
Well, listen, Dr. Clapper, Tommy Lamb, our market manager, and obviously my golf buddy. We don't play every week anymore, but that's because of my injuries. But he plays every week. He's getting golfer's elbow, and he was asking me the other day, and I told him, I got some exercises, but I said, you should call Clapper. You got to help Tommy Lamb.
Right.
We need Tommy back.
That's right.
Yeah.
And a golfer's elbow is different than a tennis elbow.
Yeah,
Just
one's on the inside,
that.
inside, outside, right? Inside golfer?
Yeah, exactly. The extensor to hold the racket to lift your wrist up, if you go palms up, the thumb side of your elbow is the lateral side. That's tennis elbow. The little thing, the pinky side with palms up of your elbow, that is a golfer. And that's the flexor tendons to grip. That is where the golfer has problems. And the ulnar nerve is right there. So that's the funny bone nerve. The treatment is very different.
Just as you're saying it, Geeter's kind of going through his motions.
I'm doing the whole thing over here.
He's like taking his golf swing, and he's like, you guys in pain.
Doc, you want to go for a
You're
beer later?
Pre-op or post-op. Just don't forget that.
Yeah, you guys need to go surfing together
I need a little more
work
time.
these out.
I'd love to go to the point break, too. We'll ride some slow waves.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Sunday mornings, Geeter. I'll take you out.
Love that.
The great Dr. Robert Clapper. You hear the Weekend Warriors show Saturday mornings, 7 a.m., presented by Cedars-Sinai, right here on ESPN LA. We love you, Doc. Have a great day.
Thanks so much, Chris.
All right, bro.
He was not horrible, and he was not horizontal.
Top athletes, big moments, one night. The OC Sports Awards, June 18th at Angel Stadium, hosted by Travis Rogers. Celebrate greatness and be part of one of Orange County's premier sports nights. Get your tickets now at the OCSportsAwards.org. 924 on the Sedano Kap Morning Show. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout so that we can be ready for Lewis Riddick from ESPN, who's going to join us. Cappy's bro, talk us through the NFL draft, and then we will move the Lindsay segment down a little bit today. Don't worry, we're still going to get our dose of producer Lindsay baseball. That's all ahead. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show right here on ESPN LA. By the way, let's do this. Caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. It is a Cosm Ticket Thursday. You could win a 4-pack of GA tickets to watch our LA Kings battle the Avalanche in Game 4 at Cosm this Sunday at 1 p.m. Cheer on the Kings and feel the playoff intensity on Cosm's immersive shared reality displays. Visit Cosm.com for more info and tickets. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. 2-minute timeout. More of Geeter and Cappy and Lewis Riddick next on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Purple and gold playoff energy.
The Lake Show have taken the first 2 games at Crypto.com Arena, riding the leadership of LeBron.
LeBron down the middle! Slam dunk!
Now the series shifts to H-Town with the Rockets on their heels.
And the Lakers win again.
It's Lakers-Rockets Game 3 from Houston. Pre-game starts Friday at 3:30 p.m.
The Lakers postseason push happens right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's Cap. Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. Not with Seller's Advantage. You can skip commissions and costly repairs. By the time you pay for repairs, you could have already sold your home for a fair, competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. Here's what Chris Chavez, a real Seller's Advantage customer, had to say, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. They were helpful, always answered the phone, and willing to help. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor," end quote. Thank you, Chris. Get your free, no-obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Hey guys, listen. You got to count on Jacob in every type of accident. You count on Jacob after a car accident. You count on Jacob after a rideshare crash. 800-345-6789.
Call Jacob.
Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA sports talk.
It's like when Dave Roberts got the Dodger job, had never been a manager.
It's like when J.J. Redick got the Lakers job.
Yeah, I used to say L.A. is not a starter town.
You need experience.
Right, now I've changed my mind on that.
Yeah.
I think it's
Sean McVey, another great example.
Yeah, they're all examples. Redick, McVey, Dave Roberts. I mean, experience is overrated.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
I really want to play that sausage game. I like swing your sausage. That's like my kind of game, I think.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
No, I have nothing to do with this.
Exactly what you do.
Oh, my God. Look at him swing that sausage.
Back to Sedano and Kap.
Maybe one of my favorite lines ever in history of this show. When Cappy goes, "My God, look at him swing that sausage." 9:27 on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. When Lindsay's back from Cleveland, we should have Geeter in here and have him play Swing Your Sausage. He plays Swing Your Sausage.
I think he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think he'd be pretty good at the game. He's got loose hips,
Like a thicker one or like a long sausage? You want the, like, you know what I mean? Like a bratwurst, or you look like a little chicken apple? Like, what are you guys
Chicken
talking
apple's
about?
a nice sausage.
Chicken apple is a nice sausage. Or you can go fiesta. Like, it's okay to mild Italian or hot Italian.
Oh, you want spicy Italian. Come on now.
Stuna.
I will tell you, though, that chicken apple.
Chicken apple is delicious.
Esquivoso. I like the butterfly, that chicken apple.
You do like the butterfly.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you spread that thing wide open.
Yep.
On this day in 1986, the number one hit, Prince and the Revolution, Kiss. We'll get to producer Lindsay Baseball after Lewis Riddick joins us. We're efforting him. I believe he's calling us.
No, we're calling him, aren't we?
Oh, yeah? I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Actually, Linz,
I'm
you
not
tell
sure
me.
about that either.
Because I just told him we're calling him here.
Meanwhile, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show made possible every day by Jacob and Ronnie. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or call jacob.com. Yeah.
All right, Bergie. Lewis is on standby.
All right. Does he know that it may show up as an unknown number? Let him know that.
That it shows up as a what?
Unknown number or 213 number.
You ever see Prince live? So good.
In the mid 80s, one time. Yeah, one time.
So
but amazing.
Saw him at the Super Bowl, by the way, pouring rain when Peyton Manning won his first
in Miami,
and then in Anaheim.
Can you believe it's 10 years since we lost him in 2016? And I remember it was NFL draft night or the night before the NFL draft, because I remember doing draft imaging when it happened. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Yeah,
definitely.
Hey, by the way, today happens to be Thursday, April 23rd. Tomorrow, Friday, April 24th, the release of the film Michael, which I was a huge Michael Jackson fan also, so I want to go see this film. Now, the reviews have not been good thus far,
They have not been.
but I still got to go.
Is his nephew playing him or something?
I think so.
There's like a connection.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, Cappy, tonight is round one of the NFL draft opening night in Pittsburgh. What will the Rams do at 13? What will all the other moves be? Your guy, Lewis Riddick, joins us now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Yep, here he is, ESPN NFL draft analyst, college football analyst, and sometimes playing even Super Bowl analyst internationally. Lewis Riddick is back on Sedano and Kap. Hey, Lou, how are you, man?
What's up? How you been?
Doing really great. Yourself?
I can't complain.
at all. Great day in Pittsburgh. Great scene. There's people everywhere, man. Weather is perfect. This is going to be a hell of a scene for the city. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
5 hours and counting until I head over there.
Yeah. And Lou, I just am curious, everybody out here in L.A., I talk about it all the time. Got that Pittsburgh in my DNA. I'm very proud of the city. Last year when Pitt played Notre Dame and Pat McAfee brought the College Game Day show, that was a great opportunity for the city to really show itself off. Now another opportunity for Pittsburgh to say to the rest of the country, we're not what you think we used to be back in the day. So Lou, just give me a little pre-draft, how Pittsburgh's showing off so far analysis.
Yeah, look, I got to see it a little bit earlier. This past weekend, I was out here with my family, my son playing in the Pittsburgh Jam Fest huge basketball tournament here. And when we got here, when we were walking around and walking down to the David Lawrence Convention Center, I said to my family, I said, I had never seen this city this clean. I mean, it is spotless. The alleyways are spotless. The streets have no trash whatsoever on them. It looks like everything has been pressure washed. It's like it was sparkling. And I was like, man, I can't. I went home and came back 2 days later to get ready for this. And the signage, the fan interactive setup that they have down at the point, all the bridges, going over to the north side over where the stadium is and where the draft theater is they're all blocked off because, there's just people everywhere. It's kind of like a Mardi Gras type scene here. Schools are closed. I think schools are all classes are remote now in the city today because they know it's going to be total gridlock. It's I've never seen downtown like this. But the thing that's just most important, when I was here back in 2020, 2021 for Monday Night Football and stuff, when things just weren't good around the country, man. Cities, people were losing jobs, businesses were closing up and stuff. And Pittsburgh took it on the chin too during that time. This place has totally recovered, and it looks freaking spectacular. It's I hate being in this hotel room, but I got to do there's stuff that I didn't want to do before we head on over to the draft theater.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are in Western PA and you have a chance to be in Pittsburgh today, you're lucky because it's about as nice of a day as it could possibly be, and there's a lot of buzz outside right now.
That's awesome. That's great.
Lou, it's Geeter. I'm filling in for Sedano today. What's up, man? Glad I can be on with you.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, I'm obviously you live it, so you're prepping all the time. But what is this month like? The lead up been for you? It's such an event now, the NFL draft, and then what will these 3 days be like? I'm sure you're not sleeping much, but just take us through that.
Yeah, what's interesting, this whole process of getting ready for the draft really starts in the summer. When you start preparing for the football season and you're calling college games and traveling around the country, you're gathering intel nonstop, just like personnel departments are. They didn't just start, prepping a month ago to build their board. They've been building their board all year. So you're always compiling information, taking different notes and things that you learn from watching practices and talking to coaches. And that's the cool thing for me. Like a lot of analysts who do this job don't get to. They do it because they watch the tape and obviously they call their contacts and all. I've been to a bunch of these schools. I've talked to a lot of these guys. I've seen them face to face. And so the information gathering part of it has been going on for me for a while. The past 3 months, there's been a lot of long ass days in my office at home where you're putting eye drops in your eyes because you're just exhausted from watching so many people. But what winds up happening is all these reports just kind of get embedded in your brain, and you can talk about so many guys just at the drop of a hat because when you love what you do, it just kind of comes to you. When you can just recall information, and I think tonight when we get on there, it's going to go so fast because they've cut down the amount of time the teams have in between picks in the first round this year too because they want it to be a little bit more fast paced. The thing that sucks about this, and I was just talking to someone, is you spend all these months gathering this information, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, it's all going to be over, and you're going to sit there and go, how the hell did it go that fast? And that's when you got to, like moments like today, you got to take a walk around. When we're on the set, take your earpieces out and just listen to the crowd and just kind of take it all in. Because if you don't, you just kind of get bogged down in all this prep. You don't get the juice out of it. You don't get what you should get out of it if all you do is bog yourself down in height, weight, speed, hand size, 40 time, blah, 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 blah. Like there's plenty of time for that. You got to really take in the event. And with the way it looks around here today and how sunny it is and how warm it is outside, you've got to do that. But I've been grinding for, it's year round. You know how the league is now. Yep. Football's year round in this country.
Right.
There is no down. The only downtime in this country with football is what? Like when mini camps end in June for teams, an all-season program ends, and then there's like a 2-week hiatus between that and when the teams who play in the Hall of Fame game start practicing. And that's probably the two of the most miserable times in this country. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because people are like, there's nothing to talk about with football. Yeah. Otherwise, the other 50 weeks, we're rolling.
Yep, that's exactly right. Lewis Riddick, ESPN NFL draft analyst. You'll see him on the coverage starting later this afternoon as the NFL draft makes its first appearance in Pittsburgh. Lou, let's talk about this. I hear all of the ESPN / all the NFL network analysts, and here's the prevailing thought that I've heard. I want you to comment on it. I hear it's not a great class. And then I hear, but it's going to be an amazing draft because we think that there's going to be tons of movement. So, Lou, comment on those two competing sort of thought processes there, that it is not a great draft, which I'm not sure if it is or isn't, and that it's going to be a crazy, at least first round. What do you say?
Yeah, I hate when people say it's not a great draft. I hate that. I absolutely abhor that, and I'll tell you why. And it's because, well, a lot of the people who say that are kind of like coming into this process at the 11th hour anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't really been following college football all season long and really digging into these guys. And so if there's not a lot of buzz surrounding guys who have like ridiculous testing numbers and or have ridiculous statistics from the season, especially at positions where most people gravitate towards, right? So naturally in our world, it's always about quarterback play. Then that's where they a lot of times draw these conclusions. And really it's centered around, well, how many quarterbacks are coming out? Are there any guys who I can kind of like latch on to, like a Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen? And if you can't do that, then they're just like, well, I don't want to hear about Sonny Styles. I don't want to hear about Arvell Reese. I don't want to hear about a Ruben Bain. I don't want to hear about some safety who people think is a good. Do you have any quarterbacks? Do you have any like running backs who are like Saquon? You know, that's what happens. There's a lot of damn good players in this draft who are going to be Pro Bowlers, All Pros, who are going to play on championship caliber teams, and a lot of the reason why they're going to do that is because they're good players, and we're going to talk about that. As far as like the excitement, yeah, I do think in the top 10 there could be some fireworks. There could be some movement. A lot of that is centered around one, Jeremiah Love, as we all know, who wants him, who thinks that he's a difference maker, who thinks that he's the kind of guy that in one or two plays a game can win a game for you because he's proven that he can do that, and who needs that. And then two, now see here's what gets interesting, right? I mean, most fans are going, well, we don't want to really hear about teams coveting offensive linemen. There may be 7 offensive linemen, 7 offensive tackles going the first round, and a guard going the first. There may be 8 offensive linemen going the first round.
Lou, also
there are some really, really good and teams may be trying to move up to get some of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's where the action may be coming. You know, obviously Jordan Tyson from Arizona State, he's freaking spectacular. He's spectacular, and teams love him. Who's going to maybe move around to see if they can get in position in that top 7 or 8 to get him? Does somebody want to move up for David Bailey? Does somebody want to move up for Arvell Reese? There's the top 10 picks. There will be some intrigue as soon as Fernando goes off the board for sure.
Lou, is this a year of edge rushers? They're talking about maybe 6 or 7 guys, Bailey, Reese, Bain, Howell, Falk, Mezzett, all those guys possibly going in the first round.
Yeah. I don't know if there'll be there may be that many that go in the first. Look, Mez will go in the first. obviously Ruben's going to go somewhere in the first. Although, like, there's I don't know. There's teams that are sitting there going, how high do we draft a guy who's, the ultimate exception, meaning he's not that tall, he's not that big, he's got super short arms, he's not very fast, he's never run a 40, but man, he kicked everybody's ass this year. So do we draft that guy in the top 10 or does he go in the top 15? Yeah, there's a lot of talk around him. Mesidor, Keldrick Falk. There's some guys there, man, that are going to really be good pros, no question. The juice, for sure, though, is centered around, I think right now, this is, if you need an offensive line, and you know what, here's the thing, too. Nobody really likes to talk about offensive linemen until the season starts and your quarterback's getting his head beat in, and you're sitting there going, we need to build in the trenches, we need more. Well, this is the year that if you want to, kind of secure your edges, especially in the first round, there's some guys that do it. There's no doubt about that. And, the lines of scrimmage are strong. Quarterback, not so strong. There's some good value at running back. The wide receivers, there's some really good. Omar Cooper Jr., Mekhi Lemon, and you guys know about him out there.
Yep.
There's some good there's some really good players. Denzel Boston, really good players. I don't know if people who really follow college football and follow the pro game closely know that there's some players who are going to make big differences for teams, and it will be exciting, man. It will be.
Lou, we got the sense talking to Sean McVey earlier this morning that they were excited about number 13. This would be the first time they actually kept that first-round pick since 2017. They've already traded 29 for McDuffie. Where do you see them going?
Yeah.
Right now the popular thing is around that Lemon or Boston or one of those guys, Tyson.
Yeah, I think that's real. Obviously this off season, there was talk there that the Devontae could be on the move again if the Rams had been able to at the time, been able to cross the finish line with the talk surrounding A.J. Brown, if they were going to really try and trade for him, although Philly's not going to trade him until post-June 1 anyway because of salary cap implications. But, and everything surrounding Puka, it sounds like there's a need at that position. No question about it. They've done it. Les has done a really nice job of trying to plug some of the holes in free agency so you can kind of be more nimble and really let the board organically do what it does for you on draft day instead of forcing it to do something out of necessity. So yeah, they're interesting, man. That's such a fun team. It seems like that would be such a fun place to be right now in LA with that group.
Totally.
Because they kind of put it together in a really cool way.
Mm-hmm. I think this, Lou, if I'm the Rams, I look back to last year and I say, you know what? We're a play or two here and there, especially against Seattle in the championship game. We could have won that game. Probably should have won the game. Mm-hmm. And I look at it and I think, okay, well, what does this roster really need? And honestly, right now, because of what they've done in the secondary, I don't know that this roster needs anything per se. So if I were at 13 and I stay at 13, For me, I'm always going to go with an offensive lineman, okay, because they just had Rob Havenstein retire, so that's another name that's not around. But I'd go offensive line. Or, again, given this roster, I might try and move out of 13 and move back because I don't know that I want to pay somebody first-round money if they're not going to be an instant impact player, and the likelihood is not high necessarily. So I find the Rams draft pick at 13, kind of right in the middle of the draft, to be very, very intriguing. We'll see exactly what they do, but those are some of the thoughts that I have, Lou. What do you think?
Yeah. It's just, all of that, when you kind of talk about it in a vacuum, it makes sense. The thing about the draft, though, is as much as teams try to keep this, as scientific and as objective as possible, there's feelings and emotions that come into it. And when I'm talking about feelings and emotions, there's players that people fall in love with, and then they say, look, it may make some sense to kind of maybe move down and see if we can accumulate some more picks because, it may be prudent from a salary cap analysis standpoint and from reading the board to maybe prudent to do that. And we may be able to pick up some more picks, but I really like this guy. I like this guy at this spot because he fits what I think we need to do. I think we can help him. When we met him, we love him. And so it's such a, it really is an individual case-by-case type of thing with these teams. And, Jimmy Johnson, I'll never forget a quote that I read in one of his books that he wrote from back in the day. Look, the draft is just about getting in position to pick the players that you want. Obviously, you're trying to maximize value, but when there's a player who you have a lot of conviction about, you don't have to really try and, outsmart everyone else and see if you can, absolutely nail what you perceive to be value for this player, because it's all subjective any damn way. Because in the end, let's just say this. Let's just say the Rams, let's hypothetically move from 13 to 20, right? And you get the guy that you want there, but you could have picked him at 13. It's not going to matter in the end. No one's going to remember the fact that, well, they could have traded to 20 and got him. No, if he winds up being a great player, great. And let's just say that you move to 20, you don't get the guy that you want. The guy who was at 13 gets picked, and then you wind up with some average guys, and you were all of that because you were sitting there sweating the fact that I don't think this is great value. I think we need to move 7 spots down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Sometimes it works out for you, but other times, look, if there's real conviction, that's when you just kind of go. And that's not just about the player. That's not about because all these guys, we don't know everything that these kids do 24 hours a day. We just don't. And one of the greatest misconceptions about draft evaluation and ultimate draft pick success or failure is that it's always just about the player, or the player didn't maximize his time, the player didn't put in the best. No, most of the time in this third leg of the whole thing, of the whole team building thing, the development and utilization phase, that's the most crucial part. And a lot of times it's the teams that screw this stuff up more so than the players. Yeah. And we've seen it. And it's not just quarterback. It all works together. It all works together, man. And if you feel like you've got the foundation and you've got the structure in place, and your guy is sitting there, and maybe you could get him 3 or 4 spots lower because the team's blowing up your phone going, hey, we want to move into your spot, but you don't even really know who they're moving into your spot for.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to risk that?
Right.
That's what obviously GMs get paid for. It's an inexact science. It's an art, to be honest. And it really does. From my time in being in draft rooms, man, it can be some high tension stuff, bro. It really can, because you're sitting there going, man, but there's my guy, but this team's offering me this. But if I move down 3, 4 spots, maybe he's going to be gone. What if someone else takes him? He's sitting right there staring us in the face. It's wild, man. That's why. That's why everybody loves this whole damn spectacle.
Of course.
It really is cool.
Hey, Lou, got to hustle. So I'm just going to ask you one last thing real quick. We talked to Coach McVey this morning about Jimmy Garoppolo and potential retirement. And then there's been some talk that the Rams like Ty Simpson. It would seem odd to me if they were to take a quarterback at 13. But I'm just curious, since Ty Simpson's going to be at the draft, he's going to be there for the first round. We've seen the drama play out where quarterbacks drop and drop and drop. Just give me 30 seconds on what you think happens to Ty Simpson tonight.
Man, I sure hope he goes in the first. I know the connection between him and LA. I know where it comes from. And look, I have never moved off of the fact that I think that would be the perfect spot for him. And I hope there's some way, shape, or form that the Rams can find a way to maneuver around and get him in the fold and let him sit behind Matthew and then play in that system with Sean and with those group of guys. Because if that all happened, if that all came together like that, Ty is going to make a whole lot of people stick their foot in their mouth and go, oh, man, we just didn't take into account all the other things that lead into player success failure. And we got too hung up on we only started 15 games. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I get that. I understand why people rely on those data points to try and project future performance. Ty's a good player. I hope he winds up in LA.
All right. Lewis Riddick. We'll be watching you all weekend,
Thanks,
Lou.
Lewis.
Appreciate you making time for us today, man. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. You got it. All right.
Fun.
The great Lewis Riddick from ESPN.
That was an excellent appearance by him.
It was an excellent appearance. I get hyped up for the NFL draft. I'll be watching all night, and then the minute the final pick is made, I'll be asleep. I'm exhausted, which means that we're going to start wrapping up the show. But I do want to squeeze in a quick Lindsay segment.
Please.
We like to play a TV game. Is Lindsay still there?
Yeah.
Hello.
I didn't know.
What do you mean you didn't know? Where would I have gone?
Well, I can't see on my feed all the other boxes for some reason.
Yeah, I can't
on
see
the
either
iPad. I
ones.
don't know. So.
Yeah,
I can't either. It's okay.
Oh, you can't either?
No.
Well, I think soon we're getting the new software, so that'll be fine.
Oh,
anyway,
good.
we like to play a TV theme. We played this theme song because George Lopez turned 65, and of course, this was the theme to the George Lopez show on ABC. All right.
No, don't do that.
Probably should not do that, actually.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Why? What's wrong? It's George Lopez.
I got
it.
Anyway, the Lindsay segment, thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter and Instagram. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Hey, you remember? Yeah, I can
Thanks,
do it,
Christopher.
Cappy.
Oh, you can do it?
You can halfway do it. I can halfway do it.
I'm
You can only
allowed to
say
do-
member once.
I'm allowed to do this. I can do horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, horrible.
Darling.
Yeah.
Take it away, Lindsay.
Florida.
All right, so save the dates have officially gone out for the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding, reportedly set for July 3rd in New York City. But there's one major detail that's not on the save the dates, and that's the venue. Sources, according to the New York Post, say that the location is being intentionally withheld even from invited guests for security reasons and will only be revealed at the last minute to prevent a circus. Insiders are describing it as America's royal wedding, saying that no expense will be spared. So are you guys bigger fans of like big lavish weddings, or would you prefer to attend a small intimate ceremony?
You want to go with that, Cap?
Geet, I'll tell you this right now. If I'm going to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding, I hope it's massive.
I want it large.
I want to know, like...
You do want it large, don't you?
Yeah. I'm going
You're a dirty boy.
Real he's being carried.
Yeah, he likes to be carried and he wants to be in a swing.
I know. I'm going to go... this is going to be the A-list of all A-list parties.
Yeah.
So I want it to be gigantic, and you can wait until the last minute. I'll make sure that I'm in New York on July 2nd, so that on July 3rd, I'm ready to go to the wedding, and I can recover and celebrate America in 250 years on July 4th. I want massive wedding.
Yeah, if you're going to Kelce and you're going to Taylor, you want big, long. I want to wake up, I want to sleep. I want to go to bed at 4. Right?
Yeah,
It's one of those where you got a DJ, you got a band, and
Right.
then Kygo, Kygo's coming on late, right? Like you got, there's different stages of the wedding rage.
Yes.
Right? And you want to see A-listers. And you want to be there at the end.
I
You
wanna-
don't leave early.
No, I want to crush beers.
Crush it.
With not with Travis, but with his brother.
Yeah.
I want to crush beers with him.
All right.
With Jason Kelce.
Thank you, Lindsay, for the Lindsay segment. We got a special guest.
Oh,
Is that it?
The one and only. He wanted to check in with Geeter today
Yeah,
on
I figured.
NFL Draft Day. The one and only George Sedano, the namesake of this show. Sedano now on the hotline.
Now, I feel like Cappy would have shed a tear, perhaps, if A Whole New World was their song that they got married to.
I've been getting ripped
Travis
all week
and Taylor.
because my wedding song was A Whole New World. And somebody put out
No
yesterday-
shot that was that really your song?
It
I would have
wasn't my
not guessed
song.
that.
It was my ex-wife's song.
Yeah.
And George, I'm sure you saw yesterday that somebody put out a picture of the two of us as Aladdin, and that was beautiful, perfect. I don't know who did that.
Yeah.
But yes, A Whole New World, George. I think that Taylor Swift should sing that. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm sure she could sing anything. Geeter, how was your stay thus far? I did see briefly on Twitter that they properly put you in the A chair.
Put me in the chair.
While you were there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where he
By
belongs.
the way, Morales said I was a little nervy coming in. Maybe
No, his leg was shaking.
Yeah,
and
once
he
I
was-
sat in this
yeah.
chair.
He was on one cheek all morning when we were prepping, George.
Mm-hmm.
But after he made McVey laugh like 3 times, he loosened up a little bit. And then we really hit him with a sex swing joke. And then he told us he liked to be carried by his wife. That's how they get down. So once we kind of got that out of the way, he was good.
I warned him, George.
Yeah,
I warned Geeter.
and everything's bigger. But yeah, this seat is nice. I mean, it is hot and it feels good.
Yeah.
And we're having a good time over here. And I'm not leaving.
Good. You
Just
can
kidding.
stay as long as you want. You are always welcome on this
Appreciate
show.
that.
That's
Appreciate
for sure.
that.
You know that.
George, you missed you missed
how was
McVey.
Sean?
He was great. He was really, really terrific this morning.
Surprisingly, George, Cappy was really, really good. He was really good. He was prepped for it. He was ready.
Why surprisingly?
Well,
why surprisingly? Cappy is good.
Oh, come on now. You're in one of those moods? We're going with the Cappy is good mood?
Hey, George, talk to Sourpuss over here, will you? Talk to Sourpuss, please.
My goodness, man. How about some fun and frivolity?
Oh,
You know
we've
what
been
I
having
mean?
a lot
Right?
of it. We've been having a lot of it, honestly. It's been a good show. Pretty good show. And then Michelle live from
Nonsense and
Pittsburgh.
negativity.
No, it's been a really, really good show.
It's actually been
honestly.
a positive show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun today. It's been great.
Good.
George, I didn't know this. I was doing some research last night. I didn't know this. Maybe you did. Did you know that Sean McVey had a statue erected? Not he himself had it, but Miami, the Miami of Ohio, has a statue of Sean McVey on campus. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
Nor did I. And I said to him this morning, I go, Coach, we've never talked about it. We've never heard the Rams celebrate it. And it's interesting because he didn't have like this monster career at Miami of Ohio, but when he won a Super Bowl, he became like elevated into their into this exclusive fraternity of incredible coaches that either played or coached or have this connection to Miami of Ohio. And he joked about it this morning. He's like, yeah, I was a little young and I was a little uncomfortable, but hey, they knew how to get money out of me. So now he's
got to donate every year.
Right, a lot of money.
Yeah.
But they got a great statue of him.
Does Don Shula have a statue there too? Didn't he go there? No, he went to Dayton, right?
Yeah,
no, John Carroll. John Carroll University is, I think, where Don Shula went to school. Yeah,
which was also in Ohio, right?
Right,
if I recall correctly.
But this is they have this thing there at the Miami University called the Cradle of Coaches, and
that's what it was. Cradle of Coaches.
Cradle of Coaches, and then and his grandfather John McVey, I believe, is also has a statue there as well. And then there's guys like Paul Brown, John Harbaugh, Ara Parsegian, Bo Schembechler. So these are some of the names that you would know. Weeb Eubank, if you guys remember, old school Jets coach.
Pretty legendary crew there.
Right, yeah. So McVay's got a statue right there. He's wearing his joggers. He's got his hand like crossed and his hand on his chin. Like, I mean, it's quite an amazing statue for such a young guy.
He's got the Viore pants on.
Totally.
For sure.
Totally.
George, did they get the 5 o'clock shadow in there on the statue?
You got to see it, man. You got to see it. You all you got to do is Google it, and you'll see it. And you'll be like, wow, I had no idea. We've never talked about it or heard about it.
Also, George Clapper was breaking down Wemby's concussion because I had a couple questions about concussions, and he's got him out for at least a week. If it's, the way we saw him fall. So I think the whole 2 days thing is just, we're going to find out soon, but that could change things, man.
I'll probably be there for Game 5, so I'm fingers crossed he's there for that game if I end up there.
Hey, George, you hear how technically, and I mean from a technical standpoint, how good Geeter sounds? He's right on the mic. He's working that processing. We told him he's not like DeMarco that's like in the back of the room, and because he's
baby whale
5 feet away from the mic. Geeter's doing a great job technically. He is really working that mic. He's grabbing it with one hand. I like that. Oh, I love it.
Geeter is a professional. I am not surprised by anything Geeter does.
I'm just happy
he is a professional. He's got the highest Q score of anyone I know in Southern California. I'm not surprised at all that he has had a wonderful stint today.
And he actually watches the game, unlike Steve Mason, so it's really nice.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I know. Sourpuss comes at you again.
That's not a sourpuss. That's just facts.
Oh, wow.
Is it me? Is it that I bring this out in you? What happened here?
I actually think so, because I've been in a really good mood today.
Yeah, you've been solid. I think it was the walk last night that really calmed you down, I think.
Well, no, then there a lot of stuff happened after the
also,
walk.
the draft is tonight. You're excited.
I'm very excited about the draft. And we're talking to Les Snead tomorrow. I love Les.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a fun night.
Oh, Les, we're best friends. I said you'd go 14-3.
It's true. I interviewed him. DeMarco and I interviewed him in a private event.
We heard it. We've heard it about almost as much as we've heard you almost died. Trust me.
Now, but those are two partners. Those are two partners. As long as I got partners, I'm good.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's too good.
George, we were watching the game last night. Chris and I were walking around town. I had the game up on my phone. It was not really that competitive, and then Phoenix came back against Oklahoma City, brought it to within 10 in the fourth quarter, and I was like, okay, I guess I better pay attention for a minute or two. But prior to that, I was like, this game's not very good because Oklahoma City is just working these dudes over.
Yeah, it was good for a half. And then, the third quarter. That's the thing with OKC, man. It's like an avalanche.
Yeah.
Once you turn the ball over a few times with them, forget it. That crowd, especially at home, that crowd goes nuts. They just speed you up, and it becomes a mess for opposing teams. The Jalen Williams thing is interesting because they were not happy that I reported that, but I saw it all happen in front of me.
What part were they not happy about? Yeah, he grabbed his hamstring. Which part were they not happy about?
Well, they just were. I don't know. These teams, they're so finicky when it comes to injuries.
Oh, they hate to let you know anything, right, George?
Yeah,
it's
but hold on.
unbelievable.
But it was on TV. You saw him grab his hamstring.
not only that, but Tim McMahon and I were sitting next to each other. We saw him grab his hamstring when he missed the layup. Then we saw him grab his hamstring when he fouled the guy. And we both saw him walking past the bench towards the locker room and said, left hammy, which is what I said on TV. And they were still like, hey, did you report this? And I'm like, yeah, I saw it all happen. Yeah. So it was, and they're great, don't get me wrong, but they're just, I'm guessing someone upstairs was not thrilled that we reported it on the air. But to your point, it was, in plain sight.
Right.
George, you don't see in the NBA much, just to go to OKC real quick, is like in high school you see it, where a much better team can absolutely dominate you defensively and you can't even get into your actions. But then when you watch in the NBA, that's hard to do. OKC makes it so hard for teams at the NBA level to get into actions or offense. It absolutely blows me away.
It's funny you say that, Geeter, because we talked to Dylan Brooks yesterday at length in the green room. And we also obviously talked to Jordan Ott, their head coach. And they both said the same thing. You'll never get them on your first action.
It's unreal.
I mean, and it is. It's wild. If you're going to get them, you've got to get them on your second or tertiary actions, which means you really have to get into your set quick. Like, you can't, lollygag. Like, you got to get into offense quick. You got to get over the timeline quick. You got to get started, because if you waste time, the later in the shot clock, they actually become better. They're, I want to say, if not the best, one of the top 2 or 3 defenses when the shot clock is under 5 seconds. So, they're the best defense in general, so that shouldn't be too big a surprise. But they really ratchet it up once the thing gets down under a couple of seconds. So, they're it's so funny because I was listening to one of their team podcasts, kind of like the one similar to one that you do with Ali and Brez and whatnot, and they were, one of the mailbag questions was from one of their fans was, hey, who is the best guy that the team could lose and still potentially win a championship? And they were going over the list of guys. Jalen Williams was not one of them on this podcast I was listening to. And, do I think they can win a championship without Jalen Williams? I don't think so, but I wouldn't rule it out, because
they get there.
Deep a team.
So deep. They still could get there. Right.
They are as deep a team, Geeter, as I've ever laid my eyes on in person. Now, I was not around for the 90s Bulls, you know what I mean? But, this team, 1 through 12, they got guys we never even heard of that can play.
Yeah, when I watched them play the Lakers, and Lakers sat everybody the last time, and they were going 15 deep, I was like, what? I was like, I think I know the NBA, but I've never seen a couple of these guys, and they're playing big-time basketball. Defending, hitting threes, moving the ball. It's their system, man. It's pretty wild. Sam Presti's incredible.
Yeah, if you told me Chet Holmgren was out, or if you told me Shea was out, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not so sure about that. But Williams, I think, he's not 1 or 2 necessarily.
No, Cappy, he's dude, Jalen Williams would be a number 1 player on 25 or 26 NBA teams.
Yeah, I know, I get it. But didn't he only played 30-something games
they played a lot without him
this year.
33 this season.
Yeah, so they learned how to win without him.
In the regular season. But last year in the playoffs, the guy had a busted wrist the whole playoffs, and still scored 40 in a game 5 in the finals.
He was incredible in the finals.
Yeah.
By the way, George, you'd be surprised. I was on air for 3 hours. I think we talked Lakers for 3 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't do a lot of Lakers today.
Really, we did not. Yeah. You thought that we would only play to Geeter's strengths, but it turns out he was.
I like it.
He was deep into the Dodgers, well into the NFL draft. He was deep.
You know what it is? Everything is Geeter's strength. That's what you learned today, which I already knew.
Go that far.
So it's funny. We're taking. So George, we're taking Geeter. Bergie and I are taking Geeter to breakfast at the JW after the show.
Oh, let's go.
The nice thing about this is, unlike when we took Trudell to breakfast, we don't need a high chair.
Oh, wow.
By the way, today, Geeter, you earned it. Now it's going to be Geeter and Trudell one day, not Trudell and Geeter.
But you took Trudell to the Ritz, or did you go JW?
JW.
Okay.
Ritz.
Making sure.
Now.
Didn't know if there was levels to this.
Only Sedano goes to the Ritz. Come on. We take him to the Ritz.
He takes us to the Ritz.
Right, exactly.
It's 4 past the hour. You guys are working overtime. It's time to go.
All right, let's get out of here.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Georgie.
Bye, Georgie.
See ya.
All
right, time for our Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendars as we get through it quickly here. Live from your heart, Cappy, on this Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. Living from your heart means that you choose a life and a lifestyle that are true for you and your family. It means you make important decisions because they resonate with your heart and your own values, and not necessarily with those of others. Living from your heart means that you trust your own instincts more than the pressure from advertising or the expectations of society, neighbors, and friends. Are you switching that, Bergie? Are you taking us off? Because Sam Pines wants Eisen on the app? He doesn't want us on the app? We're done for the day? You trying to switch us in the middle of the show?
I was. At the middle of the show? It's not the middle of the show.
This is important.
This is overtime.
Yeah.
Can I get Sellers?
Oh, come on now. Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. Thanks to Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 01915-212, Cappy.
Geeter, I've gotten some requests as the show has gone on to ask you about your appearance one time on The Price is Right.
Yeah, 1994.
And I know that Tim and crew in the back has probably gone out and found that piece of video.
Yeah, I won a car, a Murray.
Yeah, let me hear the story on this.
A Grand Marquis, Mercury Grand Marquis white, pimp white, and a Murray Feist 3-piece lamp set for $981, Bob. And when I won, I was wearing jorts. I was in college. We had hoop guys, football guys, some of my volleyball teammates, and some baseball players. We did a draft. We got 15 guys. We went. And right here, I did a little Chevy Chase fake fall when they called me. I was the first guy called in the whole show. Christopher McGee, come on down. Did a fake Chevy fall, came down, did a little lawnmower, a little mashed potatoes, you see, kind of having some fun. I was absolutely, here I am, a third base coach, waving her home, dancing with her. And then what happened was I was terrible. I was clueless. And finally, the Murray Feist 3-piece lamp set came, and this gal said 980. I said 981, Bob. So I won the Murray Feist 3-piece lamp set. I go up there, and I play a game called One Away, and they show us the Mercury Grand Marquis. And Bob said, "Can you all get in this?" And I said, "We sure can, Bob. You're seeing that right now."
Mm-hmm.
And there are all the boys right there. Hoops, football, baseball, volleyball, all right there.
Great job by Tim and the YouTube team in the back. That's awesome.
So my first bid, it's one away. So they give you a number, and you got to go up one number or down one number. This is a true story. I have no idea. I think I'm winning the game because nothing's happening. So my first bid on this is going to be like $37,000. All right. And you're going to see in a second here if you're watching. I think I win. So I start jumping around the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm realizing while I'm getting laughed at by everybody that I didn't win anything yet. So Bob says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm heading for that car, Bob." He goes, "Well, don't head for there yet." So I had to change 3 numbers. And you'll see I changed the 3 to a 1, obviously, because this is a $19,000 car, not a $30,000 car. But I'm a complete idiot from the San Fernando Valley at this time, just a volleyball player from Northridge, completely clueless. So we're going to change that. Okay, look, I'm jumping around. You see it right there. And then I realize I didn't win yet. The car's not $37,000, $880. So I tell Bob I'm heading for the car. Don't head for there yet. All right, we're going to change a 3 to a 1. And here's the deal. I'm looking at 2 people, Pete Michelli and Darren Jones. One played football, one played hoops. They watched every day. They watched every day. And you see Pete right there. 3 to a 1, 3 to 1. So I go 3 to a 1. Okay. Now I'm going to change that 7 to a 9. Okay. There it is. They're telling me 7 to a 9. Here's where things get absolutely panicky. What do you do now? It's either that 1-8 or the next 8. And I don't know who's telling me, but I went second 8 to a 6.
Ooh.
And that's going to be, as you'll see, they're discussing it, the fellas. Everyone's panicking. I'm walking around. Bob's like, "What the hell's happening here?" I told Bob, "Don't panic. Okay, you're good. All right." He's like, "We got to hurry here. You know, it's a TV show."
It's also 10:08, so we got to hurry.
Right.
Yeah,
This
sorry.
is the latest we've ever
this is
gone.
on. I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
It's turning into a Cappy story.
Yeah, sorry. Everyone's watching
now
it.
he's breakdancing.
Yeah, I thought I was supposed to do play-by-play.
No,
I started.
Nobody ever said that.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
So, anyways, I win the car, and I start breakdancing. And here's the true story. About 10 years after this, they did the best of Bob Barker. I was one of the clips.
Oh.
And then 3 years after that, they gave him a Lifetime Emmy Award on the Emmys, and they showed 3 shots. The lady running down the stairs that had large, you know what I mean? And me and one other guy. Me breakdancing. So it lived on throughout my whole life.
Wow.
And I apologize for the play-by-play.
No,
I thought
don't
that's what
apologize.
they wanted.
Hey, listen, when we got good stuff, we'll stick around.
Yeah. Sorry, Rich Eisen.
Yeah, usually we're done at like 9:58.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's still on the air. This is just the app feed. And
Yeah.
You know, Sam's in Pittsburgh.
So, yeah, Murray Feist sold it for $14,000.
Oh,
you sold it for $14,000.
Yeah, Mercury.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have to pay taxes on it? What was the taxes on it?
Yeah, sold it for 16, gave 4 tax, walked away with 12. I went to Cabo and raged and lost most of it.
My first car was a Grand Marquis. It was.
Went to Cabo? Rage. You were at Squid Row. You and all your buddies are at Squid Row.
I thought it was rich.
Beautiful.
All right, everybody, enjoy the NFL draft tonight. Enjoy Kings hockey. We will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Wes Snead will join us. And, yeah, I'll ask him about the 14-3 stinking Sedano. I'm going to post it in the morning, again, just to annoy Sedano. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Have a great day. Enjoy Draft Thursday, Jack.
Said 9 take Delane. You